Good timing.
Yes, and the
All right. Caleb Williams.
no
Huge surprise.
way. No way.
Big surprise. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the Fantasy Slant. I was tracking this thing starting at 8:30, so sorry about that. But here we are. It's time. We're back again. So, man,
Joe, it's good seeing you again. Talking football. I was pretty excited all day.
Yes. Yeah, happy to be back. We haven't done a show in like 3 months, so
I know it's weird.
We'll see if we can manage to talk for a couple hours and not go too silent. I'm still trying to get my TV set up, so that's the bad thing about being West Coast. You get off work and you got to shoot home and try to get all set up. So
what's crazy is I don't know what's more important to Pats fans right now. Is it the number 2 pick or their pick? Because I guess whoever somebody wants to trade for, if Drake May's their guy and Jaden Daniels goes to, I want the Pats to get a big haul is what I want. That is what I want. Trade, get picks, and if Drake May turns out to be the next Tom Brady, I'll cry, but it was the right move at the time. Not gonna lie, I would be, because I don't necessarily. I just get so like, hey Mark, hey Travis, talking to him in chat. You look at top drafted quarterbacks, and it's just. I mean, how many are like good? Look at our draft, Joe. Remember a few years back, we're like, whoa, AFC East. There's going to be Allen and Tua and Zach Wilson and Matt Jones. And, the only quarterback still left on their team is Trevor Lawrence. And I'm not going to lie, I don't think he's playing that great. So,
you never know. I mean, the draft is the ultimate crapshoot, really. I mean, it doesn't matter how much research you do. It's just luck of the draw.
Unknown. It's unknown. It's like, so I thought about this, and somebody goes, are you going to grade the draft on how they do? You're going to pay attention to that? I said, how? They've never played an NFL down. Yeah. You know what I mean? And I mean, I don't know if it's good. I thought Logan Mankins, never heard of him on Fresno State back in the day, and he turns out to be an all-pro for like 4 or 5 years on the O-line. Signed a huge deal with Kansas City, I think, back in the day. So it's just things like that happens, and it's I don't know.
So as we're getting going here, and we know if we go back in time to that draft, the memories of you losing Justin Fields.
That pained me, man.
Here we are again. Justin Fields gets traded away a couple weeks ago. Now he's replaced by Caleb Williams. To me, it's like this USC quarterbacks, right? I mean, they are about as bad as Alabama quarterbacks. Like, what do you think of Caleb Williams? Is he going to do any better than Justin Fields did?
So, I mean, watching him play, I would say yes, because Fields was a great runner, but he just couldn't get the passing thing down, and Chicago, if they play their cards right, they may be getting a receiver at 9. So, you're looking at DJ Moore, you're looking at Keenan Allen, you're looking at Cole Kmet, and then like that kid from Washington, and I butcher his name every time.
Rome.
Yeah, Rome. Yeah. So you put a guy like him in like a slot, because he's an amazing like third down receiver. I mean, the guy just always gets first downs, and it's like, that's not a bad team. They got a good defense. I think the defense will put them in good positions, and I mean, you would think somebody could walk in and hey Dave, I don't really
miserable. See, this is what I want. I want to hear the fans reaction of all these draft picks. What do you think is going to happen? How do you think they're going to perform? What is the impact on the team going to be with these guys coming on? Like I want to hear the chats going all night, read the chats on what you guys think of these draft picks
Absolutely.
and how they go. But yeah,
so
they are in a good position at 9 too. You're absolutely right.
I mean, they could go an edge rusher to kind of put somebody on the other side, and I mean, they could be, whichever way they go is going to be pretty cool. And then, I mean, they got DeAndre Swift too. You know what I mean? Which I don't know.
Unappreciated.
Why Philly got rid of him.
Yeah, nobody loves him.
Nobody loves him, man. And all he did was have a great year with Philly when he was given the ball. And
yeah.
I just didn't understand it.
When Detroit gave him the ball, he was really good.
Yeah, and then Detroit moves on and basically, took Montgomery from Chicago. Remember, they replaced him. It's like, and then Montgomery went nuts there. So I guess it doesn't matter, who's the running back. But, Commander's pick is in, so they didn't trade it.
Yeah. John, you want to turn your TV volume down a little?
Oh, yeah, sure. My bad.
Yeah. Picking up a lot of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm sure Bears fans are probably I wish we had some on because I would love to hear kind of what they're thinking right now, because Justin Fields, he had his moments where he looked really good. Like we thought he was going to be one of the next big quarterbacks, right? I mean, that season he was like Michael Vick, right? He showed glimpses of that. And then last year they completely went off script with that, stopped letting him run, tried to make him do more with his arm, and it just did not work out. So, when you're looking at now what's going to happen, are they going to do the same thing? Are they going to kill Caleb Williams the same way that they did? I don't know. But yeah, USC quarterbacks they're just scary. I mean, Carson Palmer's the only USC quarterback that's really come out and done anything. Yeah. And then he had that horrific knee injury and he was never the same after that.
Right.
I mean, it's
Matt
risky.
Leinart was terrible.
Yeah.
And let's see. Hold on. Who the Patriots potentially going to get?
So this is huge for you guys. If they go Drake May here, do you run up with Daniels here?
Oh man, gosh. That would have been awesome to get Daniels.
Did they already pick?
Yeah, they got Daniels.
Why am I always so far behind? I hate it. Yeah, I think I thought they were going May there, but
so I guess we're about to find out. Some of these quarterback hungry teams like Minnesota, who have a couple picks, who've been calling the Pats, it was Drake May their guy? And if so, what are they willing to give up now?
Yeah. So I'm kind of
can say I want a lot because they got they're gonna have 9 minutes. You know what I mean? To really do something. So
yeah. And I think what's really going to be interesting here with both of them is there's a lot of hype going into this, but I'm an ASU guy. Jane Daniels was the ASU quarterback for 3 years there. And I never saw what we saw last year. Like there was potential there, but a lot of bad throws. Most of his stuff was off script with his legs. Yeah. And then goes to LSU and just goes ballistic. So it really makes me nervous with him. Did he learn that much in 1 year, or was he just on such a better team that he was able to look better? And now he's going to a bad Washington team. The Commanders. What is that? I know
it's so bad.
Right. What does that do?
I mean, that's who I wanted. That's who I wanted the Pats to get was Daniels. But, is he a one-hit wonder? I guess we'll find out. Washington doesn't have terrible weapons, but, Scary Terry, that wouldn't be so bad. But, I guess we'll find out because he's probably going to start from day one. But that's the thing. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to look bad because it is year one. You look at C.J. Stroud last year, and there was some passes he threw that he was lucky the defenders dropped it. You know what I mean? It was like there was times when he really looked like a rookie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Travis just said the same thing. He had no talent around him, and maybe that was it. Maybe he needs somebody that could run a route properly and hold on to passes and stuff.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah. It's
but I like Daniels, man. I was texting back and forth with Travis the other day, and I really, that was the guy that if they were going to draft a QB at 3, that's who I wanted. But I guess we're going to find out exactly.
Yeah, we'll see how good he's going to be.
Yeah,
he's like I said, he's got good legs. I don't trust Washington. I think.
Yeah, that's tough. That's a tough place for a rookie to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. They're not in a good, situation. I mean, honestly, look at Fields, Wilson, and Mac Jones. All those Patriots pick is in. Marvin Harrison Jr. Then come on, draft Marvin Harrison Jr.
All right, I got my soundboard.
I'd be pretty pumped there. Trade out, draft Joe Alt.
Let's see what they do. It's going to be hard for it's a rookie head coach coming into a team with nothing. Coaches like to get their quarterback and build around it. So, is there somebody, and they didn't take a lot of time, so they must
have known.
There's somebody that they like. They're either and maybe, John, we were talking about this earlier. A lot of talk about JJ McCarthy jumping up the draft boards.
Please, God.
I and like we Michael talked about,
Scott right now, he's like, no, God, please, no.
You mean I got it queued up for you. I got it queued up for you, but.
No, God, please, no.
When he sees that Toby's back, that was one of the greatest scenes ever.
And I will play that again for you if McCarthy gets drafted.
Once you mentioned JJ McCarthy, my stomach's getting a little queasy.
So yeah, it's fun being on the other side of this, John. When's the last time that you've had to experience, or Patriots Nation has experienced, what you're going through?
Well, and we were talking about that today a little bit in work, and we're not used to this kind of quarterback hype or top pick hype. I mean, we haven't drafted a quarterback like this high since like Bledsoe back in the 90s, So we've been lucky for a long time, and we were always in the 20s, and I mean, I know the last couple of years we're in the teens, but 3. This is uncharted territory, and we just don't know how to act. We don't know what to do. We don't. I think we're about to hear that we're getting Drake May, and I get it, but
I
don't know. Please, no JJ McCarthy. Joe, if we draft JJ McCarthy, I'm getting off, man.
What if it's Drake May here? How do you feel?
I think it has to be, and I'll support him, just like I did Mac. Support him, hope for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah, Drake May. So there's our quarterback. So now I'm going to get a Drake May jersey. Now I'm going to have to watch tape on Drake May, and not that I haven't watched a lot of YouTube videos of him and Jaden Daniels, but I don't know. I mean, the guy's wearing a Carolina blue tie. I'll give him credit for that. He's a big dude, and he was the projected number 1 pick before the college football season started last year. So I got to be happy about it. I wish we would have traded though and got picks, or I don't know.
Well, I mean, I would assume with how fast that pick went in, that the New England brass feels the same way, right? I mean, there's no other reason, but I mean, he's to me, I still feel like there's a lot there to develop in him.
Yeah.
And he's going into a team that doesn't have pieces around it. So,
well, and that's the thing. So I don't want him to play this year. I do not want him to play. And I guarantee he's going to be playing by week 6 at the latest. Yeah. So who's he throwing to?
Right. Zappy's going to get booed off the field.
Well, no, it's
They're
going to be
gonna have to
Jacoby
put him in.
Brissett. You know what I mean? Brissett's
Yeah.
going to start. Now, I guess if they start winning, they'll probably leave him in because then it's easy to do. Quite honestly, I think if Brissett can go, like a 2-2 or 2-4 even, he may get another chance. But, I mean, I just don't see the Pats winning, regardless of who's playing quarterback, 5 games next year. I don't see it.
Wow.
And it's gross to think about,
Well,
so we're the
for
Cardinals
some of
go
us,
here.
not for all.
Joe, I'm just letting you know you're going to be in this situation next draft when Rodgers retires.
Hey, I'm used to this situation. I live this situation quite often. So, you know as well as I do. I live in this world. This is my top 10 draft pick every year.
I know, and it's just I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna have to order a May jersey now, and there he is. I hope they sit him for a year, and they just won't do it, and they're gonna make the same mistake they did with Mac as the Jets did with Zach, and at least he has at least Brissett's there, and there's at least the thought of competition. You know what I mean? Instead of walking in and they release Cam Newton. They waive him, and no one's there to compete with Mac. So I don't know. It's just
we'll see what happens. But they've got to kill the rest of this draft. Is really what it comes down to, just to give him some weapons. And the nice thing is you got the second pick in the second round, right? So there's probably going to be a pretty decent wide receiver that's going to slip, that's going to go to the second round, that's going to be sitting there. Maybe Parcel from Florida or something like that will probably be there at the top of the second.
What do you think of Coleman? What do you think of Coleman from Florida State?
I have not gone that deep into the class.
Gotcha.
Like wide receivers and stuff, but
right.
I don't know. I mean, the top 3, obviously, you're going to have great wide receivers. It's just a weird draft class, because you even look at the other side, like, Brock Bowers again, like he's hands down the top tight end coming out, right? But how good can he be? He's got comparisons to Kittle. Can he be that good? You know what I mean? So, it's gonna be really hard to place a lot of these guys, and I'm really, if Marvin Harrison goes here, but there's been a lot of talk of Neighbors or even Rome, jumping up to Arizona. Like there's been a lot of shuffling going on. The pick's in for Arizona, so we'll drop that.
And Mark, I like the Pats defense next year. They're getting Gonzalez back. He started out very well. I think they need some linebacker help, but their D-backs are all in place. I love the Kyle Duggar re-signing. So I think they'll be okay, but the problem is how much are they going to be on the field? They're going to be exhausted every game again, or I guess it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a good year.
Okay.
It's not going to be a good year.
No. But I think if anything is going to be like hope and a shining light, it's going to be our defense. And I can't wait to see Gonzalez play a whole year. I like that kid a lot.
I think probably, and I'm not a Patriots fan, obviously, the biggest thing that I want to see is what happens to this team now without Belichick.
Yeah. And that's because just like Mark asked,
Yeah, for years that's what we talked about was, was it Brady or was it Bill? And now you kind of know, like, Brady was a huge part of that Bill Belichick success. Huge part of it. Now, how much does the team change? You know what I mean?
Right.
So here comes Arizona.
Yeah. I won't tell you. I won't give it away for you.
Yeah. All right. So it's going exactly the way that the earlier mocks had it going.
So I had a mock where I'm in this thing with a couple guys, a couple of my friends, and we get points for each pick we're right. And I actually slid J.J. McCarthy in here because I thought maybe somebody would trade up. I thought this is where, like, either the Giants or Minnesota, but I think the Giants at what, 7? Are they at 7 or 6?
6.
You know,
Yep.
I think they thought that he'd probably be there at 6 because now unless Harbaugh wants to trade out of this position, but so Travis is saying Arizona wanted too much, so teams bailed.
Yeah, I don't know how much you're giving up to move up. And I mean, you got the Chargers on the clock. They could conceivably trade out as well.
Yeah. I mean,
so that's a spot because
but I think if they pick here, who do you think they're going to take, Joe?
I think they're going with Malik Nabers, but I think you got to give Justin Herbert has nobody.
I know.
I mean, you lost Mike Williams, you lost Keenan Allen, you lost Austin Eckler. You have nothing. And I know Travis is saying offensive tackle. They've been drafting a lot of O-line, but
I think they're going to go alt. And then you got the kid from a couple of years ago from Minnesota, right? What's his name? I want to say Rashad, but I don't think that's correct. Here, hold on.
Yep, Slater. Thank you.
Slater. Thank you.
You said Minnesota, and I got Darrisaw stuck in my head. And they got Slater. Alt would be a great pick. I mean, he's an absolute beast. But who's Herbert going to throw the ball to?
And maybe they're just looking at it as a deep draft for receivers. You know, I don't know, but. I mean, either way, you can't go wrong. You know, either the best O-lineman or possibly the best wide receiver. I mean, who knows? That's to be told yet. But
well, for those watching, drop your. This is like the first controversial one that we really could go either way. So if you're watching, drop your Chargers pick in which way you think they're going. Let's see which way the room is favoring. I think they're going wide receiver. And I think you and Travis are saying tackle.
And I think O-line. I think O-line.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what's going to be fun.
Pumped about something.
As we're closing up Arizona here, Kyler Murray to Marvin Harrison, that's going to be pretty dynamic.
I'll tell you what, and I just started thinking about that. Kyler Murray is going to be a phenomenal fantasy football quarterback next year. I think.
Go on. What's leading you to that?
Well, so you got Harrison, you got the tight end McBride. He was playing well.
Yeah.
Connor had another good year. I mean, and I think he's going to have a better year because I think Harrison is going to go nuts. I mean, look at his dad, his bloodline alone, and he's bigger and faster and stronger than his dad. I mean, he's been taught his whole life by Marvin Harrison. You know what I mean? His whole life. I mean,
yeah. I mean, you're hanging out with Peyton Manning as a kid.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Yeah, that's crazy. Mark, Jim is not jumping on tonight, so it's just us two. So it's
so you're stuck with us.
You're stuck listening to
and a Pats fan.
Yeah, that's what makes it good. So this is going to be an interesting one to see which way it goes because that is really going to affect what Tennessee does. If Alt is gone, I bet you Tennessee is doing everything they can to fall back at a 7.
Or they take Neighbors.
They could.
I mean, did they? Well, actually, they got Calvin Ridley. They got D-Hop. No, you're right. I don't think you're right. They're going back. They're going back, or I would take, if I was going to take an O-lineman, after all, it would be, what's the guy's name from Penn State? I like that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he gave up a sack all year. It was some crazy stat that he had, and I was like, wow. I mean, Big Ten is tough for that. You know, they get usually pretty good D lines. I mean, you had Michigan, you had Ohio State, you had I mean, just really good teams. So
Right. Yeah, and I mean, you look at so this is getting interesting too, because and I know I don't know how far behind I am, but I'm showing 2 minutes and 45 seconds on the clock for the Chargers. They're taking their time on this one, so 2:07. So yeah, I'm about 30 seconds behind. Got to get all the way to
I'm
the
at
West Coast.
2:15.
Okay.
So Travis is
2:30.
first. I'm second.
Yeah.
I won't say anything, Joe. I'll try not to.
So well, I mean,
they're going
announce
all
it,
the way
the
down
world
to
knows.
2. They're going down to 2 minutes though. So they may be a little confused, but
Well, I mean, this was one of the first spots where they were talking about teams trading out.
trades, yeah.
So I
They
wonder
said
if
the
they're on the
draft
phone.
started here, right?
Yeah. So if they're on, they could be on the phone with Minnesota and Denver, and those two are going to be fighting to get McCarthy, I think. And if one of those, and I mean, Zach Wilson's in Denver now. He's probably going to be starting, turn into an All-Pro, probably Hall of Fame quarterback now that he's in Denver.
Win 9 Super Bowls.
Yeah, right. 9 in a row.
and pummels the Jets every time he plays them. Annihilates Sauce. Throws at him, 50% of the game.
Right. Gives up 280 yards receiving and
4 touchdowns, and Zach just gives him the finger walking off the field.
Right, what's going to happen. You just
hell yeah, that is the Jet way. There's the Patriot way, and then the Jet way. Yeah, I won't need the Travis. I won't say anything either.
Yeah, but I think Denver.
I'm a couple seconds behind you.
Well, if the world already knows, we gotta figure that one out. But this is a big spot. The top of this part of the draft, I think, is probably the most interesting because of that. And let me drop the pick is in news. But the Giants can go a lot of ways depending on what happens here with this pick. Tennessee can go a lot of ways, right? I mean, there's a lot of moving pieces that I expect to happen in the top 10. So that's going to be interesting. Chris is here. What's up, Chris?
Hey, Mr. Clark. Yeah, you know what? Drake May's my new favorite NFL quarterback, Mr. Clark. He's my favorite one right now. Actually, Brissett is because he's the starter, and I do like Brissett. I think he's more there for mentorship and to give him a little bit of competition and to Diesel. My German Shepherd is like 100 pounds, and this dog just thinks he's a lap dog. But D, it's okay, buddy. Come here. But
interesting tweet by Adam Schefter just now. In recent weeks, both the Patriots and Vikings reached out to the Chargers to see if they had any interest in trading Justin Herbert. The answer was very quickly a flat no. That would be I
would have loved that.
Yeah.
I think Clark brought that up.
He's got to get out of
today.
He's got to get out of LA.
I mean, I'm surprised they didn't because you know what? They're rebuilding that whole team anyways.
Joe Alt.
Travis, we were right.
Alt.
We were right.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish Alex was on. He's at B-Dubs watching, said it's too loud, but
I think
he's got to be pissed. Alex has got to be
a great
pissed.
Pick. I love it.
He wanted Neighbors bad.
Wide receiver. I mean, his dad was good. This dude's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, very, very good offensive lineman right here. So that's a plug and play. But yeah, I guess that's the other way you got to go. You either have to protect Justin Herbert enough that he can find an open receiver because it's going to take a while, or you get him a receiver that could get open quickly. You're going one way or the other in this one. So
and quite honestly, like Josh Palmer, when he's healthy, I mean, he's pretty damn good. He really is.
Yeah,
and if Quentin Johnson can get his head on straight, I think the potential's there. But can the health stay there? You know, Palmer's always hurt, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of potential. I just do. I like Josh Palmer. I don't know if he's a true number one, but I think if you know the other wide receivers can help out a little bit, I think they'll be all right. I'm not saying they don't need help, but
yeah. Well, they need something because the Chargers every year are supposed to be good, and they're just bad, and they just
don't
lose
worry.
games.
They got J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards.
Yeah. So New York, yeah,
I didn't understand that either. I just didn't understand that.
No, they're in trouble. I think they're definitely in trouble. But I think New York's got to be running up the card right now to take Neighbors here, right? I mean, they've got it. They've got to get weapons.
Yeah,
you can't keep going with Sterling Shepard as your number one wide receiver. You just can't do it and want to be taken seriously in the NFL. I wish Jim was here. I wish Jim was here to defend himself, but
you can't defend that. You can't defend that.
They have to take a wide receiver here. If they don't trade out, if they draft a quarterback here, it's going to be epic. It's going to be epic if they take McCarthy. I would it'd be the greatest thing ever. But
wouldn't that be amazing if they did that?
It would be.
That would be such awesome. A Giants move right now.
I would love it.
Then I can give my GM at work shit because he's a Giants fan. It'd be amazing. Pick is in. Yeah, pick is in already. Oh, boy.
They had to run that card up.
Wide receiver. Let's just say Neighbors. Let's just say Neighbors.
Yeah. Has to be. Pat, there's a good question. Pats or Chargers with a better record this year?
I think Chargers because they have a better quarterback and now a better O-line. And better wide receivers, better running backs. They got Bosa, so probably better defense too. You know, it's like, Pats aren't winning more than 4 or 5 games, man, and I just don't see it.
It's going to be hard for that.
And I'm okay because you know what? Let's draft a good wide receiver next year. I'm good with that. Or an O-lineman, a high O-lineman like Joe Alt or somebody like that. You know, I mean, I'm fine with that. We're years away. I mean, years away. Wait a minute. Why? Oh, my God. Please tell me they take J.J. McCarthy. They're showing McCarthy right now on TV for some reason. It's probably to get people like us talking about it.
Alex just texted me in response to the draft pick for the Chargers. I'll just quote him. Fuck me sideways.
I tell him I think it's a great one. I just do. Travis, I think so too. I think Tennessee goes O-line as well. And I'm saying the guy from Penn State.
Yeah, I mean, he's the next best option.
Well, they got the dude from Oregon State ranked above him, I think. Just barely above him.
Yeah, but I feel like that's just one of those late climbers. Like if they hold, he's still the best. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce all the last names because all three of the next offensive tackles sound exactly the same. So,
my bad. Right.
All right. Yeah. So, yep. Neighbors is gone. So
I wonder if he'll actually be good for the Giants because it's not like the Giants don't try drafting quarterbacks. You know what I mean? I mean wide receivers. Sorry, I was reading something else.
Yeah, they're in a bad position too with Danny Dimes and that contract they gave him.
Oh, it's just disgusting.
You're pretty much married to him for the next couple of years. You just got to suck it up for being stupid.
Yeah.
Right.
So what's that? 2 SEC players out of the top 5, right? Or is this 6? This is 6, right? So, 2 SEC out of 5.
Yep. All right, so we got Tennessee on the clock. They would be smart to go with the offensive line side.
Yep.
Falcons, everything is saying that they're going defense.
Edge. kid from Bama.
Yep. So going with Dallas Turner. So we'll see if that. I haven't seen like the two consistent picks that I've seen was Joe Alt to Tennessee and Dallas Turner to the Falcons. Now Joe Alt's gone.
Yeah.
So obviously what happens here? Do they try to trade back at this point or do they grab an offensive lineman? I feel like the next three tackles, I agree with you. Penn State is the best. The other two are, but they're all close, right? So you can trade back here and still get a nice offensive tackle.
Of course.
So I imagine this clock is going to run all the way down.
Yeah, or nobody wants to trade up because they're thinking the same thing. You know, I mean, hey, I can get a lineman right where I'm at or something. And I mean, or do they go Bowers here? Quite honestly, they're missing a tight end. You know what I mean? So you put a tight end with those receivers. That's not a bad deal, but I still think they go O-line. But I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all. You put Bowers, now you're really hooking up your young QB room too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want the Jets to take him unless Rome's there still, but I think, and we'll get to the Jets a little bit, but I mean, they've got to go. I know a lot of people want tackle. I want a weapon. Aaron Rodgers' window is this big, maybe even smaller.
Yeah, I agree.
So give him a weapon. I don't care about the long-term solution. Like they signed Morgan Moses, and we'll get into. I don't want to get into it now, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But this is a nice pick. A nice pick for New York for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, on paper, sure is, and it's a need. Feels a giant need. Because they have no one.
I see what you did there.
Hey, the Pats stayed pat today.
Yeah,
bastards. Bastards.
Yeah. Let's see. So
who knows? I may love that. Who knows?
We'll see.
And I hope so because, and you know, as long as they let May learn the game, you know, do something. And he's already projected as the starter on ESPN draft shots. I love it. You know, he's 6'4", 230, big kid. Let's see. He just reminds me of Trubisky. That's what scares me. Reminds me of Mitch Trubisky.
That is a good comparison. And same school.
Yeah, frightening enough. Imagine that because that's the offense they run. You know what I mean? They're looking for the big throw pocket passer that occasionally will run, you know? So,
yeah. So while we're waiting for more picks to come in, we got a good number of people watching and in the chat. Out of the top three wide receivers, who's going to be the best 4 years from now? That's the answer I want to know. Between Rome, Malik, and Marvin Harrison, who comes out as the top of the trio?
So far I think Harrison because he has probably the best quarterback. I mean, Murray's not terrible. You know what I mean? And depends where Rome goes. What quarterback is he going to have? So if he goes, say, I mean, do the Jets go after him if he's still there? You know, so then he may have the best one, but you know, now he's fighting for footballs. You know what I mean? So Brian Thomas, I don't disagree with that at all. I think that's going to be a really good pick. I don't know. Let's see whether So let's see whose quarterbacks they have. But so far, I would say, you know, obviously Marvin Harrison. So.
Well, if Rome ends up with the Jets, he's got Aaron Rodgers throwing to him. If he ends up in Chicago, he's got Caleb Williams throwing to him. Across from what did I just blank that? Who's in Chicago? Oh man.
What for quarterback or wide receivers?
No, wide receiver.
DJ Moore, Keenan Allen.
Yeah, so he's got a nice trio of wide receivers there too. So it doesn't put a lot of pressure on him. But in Arizona, he's going to be the target, right? So defenses are probably going to shift to him a little bit more than some of the other teams are. So that's going to be interesting too. Brian Thomas, tons of hype. tons of
Yeah.
hype, but where's he going to go? He should get drafted later in the first round, which means he's going to go to a good team, or
Probably Kansas City, or Buffalo, or
which would be insane.
I got him. Who did I pick him going to? I can't remember who I picked him going to. Let me see here. Oops, sorry. Can't remember who I'll have to look at my picks after.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. I had him going to Pittsburgh at 20.
That's not.
Let's see it.
Justin Fields.
Right.
All right. Pick is in for
number 7.
What happened? Oh, I think it froze. Let's restart that. All right. Yeah. So this is going to be a good one. Travis, I think, is ahead of us.
Okay.
Right.
God.
So who's
God.
Go ahead, drop it.
Did they draft a quarterback right here? Did they pick McCarthy?
No.
Oh my God, from Bama. God, he was projected to go in the 20s. Wow.
Who is it?
J.C. Slant.
What?
Yeah, from Bama. I mean, the dude's a monster. I mean, I'll give him that.
Right.
I thought the dude from Penn State, man, was going to be the next one. So again, it's always
Latham should have been the 5th offensive lineman off the board, really.
So I actually had him going a little early, and I'll tell you why. Actually, no kidding. So Travis, I had him going to the Jags. That was one of my surprise picks in my mock. Yeah, I had him going to the Jags, but I mean the guys look at him. Imagine being that big.
No.
Yes, he is, Travis. Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, that's Tennessee for you. The new Oakland Raiders. Head scratching picks.
See, so that's just now. Who's next? Atlanta. Atlanta's next, right?
up. Yeah.
Oh
so
boy.
They got either Dallas Turner or Quinion Mitchell, cornerback. This will be really, really interesting.
I mean, really I think they go in Turner, and then that will be half the players would be SEC players. I love that.
And then I'm starting to get nervous for what the Jets are going to do at 10.
Yeah, because if there's a top O lineman, they almost have to go O line, man. If that dude from Penn State's at 10, what do you do?
I don't know. But
you
if you also
him,
have,
that's what you do. You draft them.
If you've got Rome there and you got Brock Bowers, I mean, that's, look at all the years Aaron Rodgers begged for a weapon in Green Bay.
Right.
And they never gave it to him. And all the Jets want to do is make Aaron Rodgers happy. That's it. Like, I can't see them not going with a weapon.
No, I mean, I can't either, but again, that's to win now. I agree with you, but but Travis, do you see Tennessee pounding the ball with Pollard and Spears? I just don't see that. No. You know what I mean? You can pound the ball with Derrick Henry, but
yeah, Henry would have probably liked to have this guy.
You know what I mean? It's like Falcons pick is in. Damn, that was seemed pretty quick. And Mark, I'll tell you, if they do get in the 15 to 20, they need wide receiver help, because if they don't, they're going to have almost a worse wide receiver room than New England.
Yeah.
I mean, they got Curtis Samuel's their number 1.
Yeah, who can't stay on the field to save his life.
Yeah. I mean, your best threat is tight ends. You'd have to a 2 tight end set to pass the ball or something. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, but I think Kincaid's going to be a beast in fantasy this
Yeah.
year because of that. I mean, he's huge.
oh yeah,
He started coming on the end of last year and really kind of picking things up. And I think, man, he's going to take off this year. And there's not going to be anybody else to throw it to, like
Right.
you said. So that's going to be something to watch from a fantasy perspective on who they go
Yeah.
with, because that's going to tell a lot. But
Mark, stop defending Samuel right now.
how many
Stop
games
it.
did he play, or how many games did he miss in last year?
Mark,
I think he missed
stop it.
more.
You're in denial right now, man. You can't tell me. But I mean, Buffalo has probably one of the worst wide receiver rooms in the league. And they're up there with Carolina and the Patriots, to be quite honest. And Carolina may be better only because they got Thielen, except he's 57 years old.
Right. Yeah, he has no Thielen left in his body.
Shakir will surprise. So here's my prediction for Shakir. He's going to have one really good game and 4 duds. He'll have another really good game, 4 more duds. Another really good game, and what's that? 4, 12, 15, and probably 6 duds, to be quite honest. So he'll probably get you 3 good games a year.
Yeah,
But-
and you won't start him for any of them.
No, you're not going to start for any of them in fantasy.
Yeah, he'll be on the
Unless
bench
he's
when
like-
he gets you 28 points.
Yeah. And that's why I wouldn't draft him. I'm afraid of players like
It
that.
was like Gabe Davis last year.
Yeah, I got, once again, I always fall for like the Gabe Davis, the tight end from Atlanta, Kyle Pitts. I always fall for. I'm like, you know what? This is gonna be the year.
Sterling Shepard.
Sterling Shepard, yeah, Sterling Shepard, exactly. It's
Yeah. I mean, all right, so the pick's in here for Atlanta. They have to go defense. I mean, the offense with Kirk Cousins now and everybody they don't need wide receivers. They don't need running backs. They don't need tight ends. Their
you know what the
defense is
good thing
terrific.
about Atlanta is? They play in a terrible division.
Mhm.
They really
Yeah, they
do.
do.
I mean, they should be the clear favorites now. I haven't looked at Vegas odds, but they have to be the clear favorites to win that division.
I mean, it's got to be between them and Tampa.
Well, Tampa barely won it last year. Saints are tough. I just don't think they got the firepower to overcome teams like that.
No. I mean, not with Derek Carr. I mean, he's just
No,
He's not
he's
good.
another one where absolutely tough game. I mean, Saints are a tough game. It's always a tough team.
Mhm.
It's just they're another team that
Michael Penix Jr.
oh
to
my
Atlanta.
god. Oh boy.
What?
What?
Come
Wow.
on. What are you doing, Atlanta?
Oh,
Oh.
Atlanta. Atlanta, all you had to do is not screw this pickup.
What is that? What the fuck is that?
So let me get
What
this
are
straight.
you doing?
You drafted him to sit for 4 years? I mean, they just signed Cousins.
Oh, Jesus.
Hold on a second. I got to look at Cousins' contract right now. It's 4 years, right?
Yeah, I would imagine. Yeah. They could have drafted him tomorrow.
Or they could have drafted defense. I
Yeah.
mean, is Kirk Cousins like out for the year that we don't know about?
Oh, my
I have to
God.
Google this right now. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen.
Wow. Yeah, let's get answers.
Yeah, well, we need to find. Hold on. He signed a 4-year 180, and he's getting. Oh my goodness! It's a 4-year 180. So he's going to sit 4 years and then play his 5th year and pay him $30 million.
Pick up his 5th-year option to see if he's a quarterback in the NFL.
Smooth
Wow.
move, Atlanta. Smooth
Wow.
move.
You draft a developmental quarterback in the first round.
Maybe Kirk Cousins at 8. That's the worst thing at 8.
Dude.
Not like late first.
Right. Right. This is a top 10 pick. You're paying him a
Chicago's
premium.
pick is in, so they have to.
I don't know where Chicago. I mean, Chicago could use help on the defensive side too. They could grab Dallas Turner. That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, they need help everywhere. They don't necessarily need wide receiver help, but
yeah, they have to go roam here.
We'll see. I'm going to hope.
Good
I'm
for
going to
you,
hope not.
Chicago. Oh, actually, what about like Dallas Turner? Right. I mean,
yeah.
But they jumped really quick on this pick right here. Really, really quick.
And it might be because they weren't expecting Dallas Turner to be there.
Yeah, they were like, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Because they wanted another edge rusher.
Or how about this? They draft J.J. McCarthy.
I mean, why
And
not?
pull a Kirk Cousins RG3.
Washington did, and that's how Kirk Cousins got paid $180 to give his job up to a guy in 2 years and make $50 million a year. I'm blown away at that, man. Did Kirk Cousins wake up and tear his ACL again or something, or what's going on? What
Epic.
the fuck is that?
Epic, man. Oh,
Mark, I just don't get it, man. I don't. I mean, I don't dislike Penix Jr., but
Not at 8.
Why Atlanta? Did they forget that they signed Kirk Cousins? Is that what it is?
I don't know. Maybe.
They're like,
Maybe.
wait a minute. Do we still have Matt Ryan?
This is every
Matt
Atlanta
Ryan on our team?
every Atlanta fan in the world.
And then look at
Fake
this.
laugh, hiding real pain.
Look at this. Torn ACL, dislocated shoulder, torn right ACL again, separated throwing shoulder.
Oh my God. This is just.
You know what? I'm starting to like Drake May more and more, that pick right now.
Unbelievable. I'm going to grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Man, this is crazy. I guess I just don't understand that.
All right. Pick is in. All right. So pick is in for Chicago. Let's get a fresh beer for the Jets pick.
The Bears.
Man.
Oh, boy. Great pick.
Did they
Can't
take
lose
Rome?
there. Yeah.
Did they take
Oh,
Rome?
shit. My bad. I'm sorry.
Don't apologize. It's fine. Damn it. I wanted Rome. I wanted Rome. All right. So now this really puts, and what's making me nervous now for the Jets is there's an edge there. And you know how the Jets are with edges. They just keep drafting them.
I mean, Jets can go O-line, tight end. I mean, edge. I mean,
they better not go edge here.
This is no.
Wait a second. Minnesota's on the clock. Jets traded out.
Oh, J.J. McCarthy.
Jets traded out. Minnesota is on the clock. It's got to be McCarthy here.
So I wonder if the Jets got 11 and 23, because if they did, that's pretty amazing. They basically traded. No, was it? Yeah. So they went up one pick.
Were they at 11?
Yeah. So wait a minute. They went. Oh, they must have been getting offers. Jets must have been getting offers.
I bet you Denver.
And this is probably the best one. Because once Penix went off the board, whoever wanted a quarterback, McCarthy's not dropping anybody now because someone's gonna. They can't even, wait till Penix got to him.
Right. So now your best quarterbacks are McCarthy and then Bo Nix.
Yeah,
so
and it's going to be McCarthy.
If you need a quarterback, it's got to be McCarthy at this point.
Wow, if the Jets got 11 and 23, what a hell of a trade, because they still get their O-lineman that they want if that's what they want. And then at 23 now, I mean, if like Brian Thomas is there or somebody, or even draft another O-lineman, whatever. I don't know, but Maybe go like Jared Verse, the edge from was it Florida State?
Well, I mean, I think that also gives you the option to take Bowers at 11 and then grab an offensive lineman at 23.
Or do you now trade 11 so somebody can get another quarterback and parlay that into like Knicks? Who knows? Because Denver's at 12.
Yeah.
So Denver's picking right after. So they know the Jets aren't picking a quarter. Oh, maybe they do. The Jets take J.J. McCarthy or what's his face right here? Bo Nix. Way too soon. But
At 11? I don't think so.
Please. Well, we didn't think Penix was going at 8. So please, Jets, take a quarterback.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That'd be the greatest thing ever.
I didn't expect any of that. And I love it. I love it when the draft goes sideways like that. I mean, the top 10 went sideways. Like the top 4 in line. After that, absolute chaos ensued. I mean, it was just like, with the Chargers going and jumping with Alt when he was projected to go to Tennessee reaching for a tackle. It's like they didn't know what to do once Alt was on. Maybe they were just going off the mocks and like everybody's got Alt going to us. We don't need to do anything. So
see, I thought the Chargers were going to go O-line anyways, unless like
right, here's the trade terms.
Unless like Marvin Harrison was there, you know what I mean?
So no, the Vikings gave up the 11th, a 4th, and a 5th to move up one spot.
Yeah, so they got 2 more picks.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to say if they got the 23rd, that's why I said if they got both, what a steal, you know?
That's too bad they couldn't get a second because they have no second round pick still from the Aaron Rodgers trade. But
I can't remember the formula for like, how many points it takes to equal moving up one spot or 3 spots.
Yeah, the Jimmy Johnson chart or whatever?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Mark. That's why I said it. Can you imagine if the Jets drafted a quarterback instead of like an O-lineman? I mean, that would be the greatest thing ever. It truly.
I mean, they're going to draft a quarterback. I don't think it's not here. They wouldn't have traded to the Vikings, but
no.
If they were going to take McCarthy and let him sit behind Rodgers for 2 years, which would be pretty enticing.
Really would be.
That would be a smart play, but they would have kept the pick. So now they move back. They get a 4th and a 5th, still no second. This is going to be, and I guess, the nice thing is you don't have to worry about it. You know a quarterback's going here. You still have the offensive lineman or the tight end to pick next. Nobody's taking that from you. So, yeah, grab 2 picks. Very smart, and you're still going to get one of the 2. I'm still going Bowers here, but I just can't see. They traded for Morgan Moore. They traded for Morgan Moses. They signed. Oh God, why am I blanking people? What's his name from Dallas? Tyron Smith.
Right.
So they have a left and right tackle for this year. Are you drafting a first round guy to sit behind him in a year where you're when you're trying to make a Super Bowl run? Are you drafting an offensive lineman that could potentially sit the whole year out?
So what's the likelihood that those 2 guys play the whole year?
I mean, it's
one's 32, one's 33, both injury prone. I'm with you. Bowers would be the win it now guy, because, let's face it, their wide receiver room isn't the greatest. Mm-hmm. But if you're looking at, Rodgers was freaking hurt the first play of the game, basically, because of an O-line. So, what do you do,
Yeah, but they did.
Same here, Travis. I would too. Yeah. I would too.
They brought in tackles. They brought in 2 tackles. Elijah Vera Tucker, hopefully, as long as they don't play in Denver, Vera Tucker should be okay. Every time he plays in Denver, he has a season-ending injury.
Right, so
Tippmann, the center that they drafted last year, looked really good. And you're not taking a guard here.
No, it's all health. So it's do you trust your O-line to protect Rodgers for 17 games? If you don't, you have to go O-line. If you do, then you go tight end. So I guess, I don't know what they're, and I'm sorry, as Mr. Clark would say, hope is not a plan. You can't hope that they're going to stay healthy because chances are somebody's going to miss games. So,
but then if you're the GM, are you drafting a player that can impact for a Super Bowl run, or drafting a player that is a insurance policy for an offensive tackle at 10 or 11?
So
That's
here's
the
how
question,
I look
right?
at it. You don't go O-line and Rodgers gets hurt, you're fired anyways. You go tight end. So there's your tight end, right? So
it's tight end.
You go, yeah. So that's what you do. Why did my phone just die?
If Rodgers gets hurt again, you're out of a job anyway.
Yeah.
If Aaron Rodgers wins a Super Bowl with Brock Bowers, with Garrett Wilson, with Mike Williams, with Breece Hall, you're there.
You're okay,
years.
right?
Yeah.
So either way, I mean, if you're going to win, it's going to be freaking tight end. So that's what you have to do.
I think so.
I guess don't have to do, but my phone just literally died.
Oh.
That's not good.
That's weird.
Just,
you didn't charge before the show?
No, it was plugged in. That's what's scary. It was at like 82%. It just turned off.
Probably did an update or something. So, all right,
we can only hope, right?
Yeah.
We can only hope.
All right, here comes the pick. Everything on my side is. Why does everything keep freezing up? Oh, yeah. So McCarthy, this will be. I mean, it has to be. I haven't seen the pick yet, but. But I know Travis is probably already. And I know Travis's streak of guessing right went right out the window when Michael Penix got drafted. So he was. No way you called that one, Travis.
If you would have said. What's kind of cool is it went Washington back to back. I mean, that's kind of neat.
Yeah. Oh. All right. So let's see. There we go. Oh man. Now I'm nervous. I am definitely nervous. So Vikings are taking McCarthy. That's done. That's
you can't get this pick wrong, really.
Yeah. No. And I don't think he's going to be a bad quarterback. And guess what? It's going to be, JJ to JJ. That's going to be Justin Jefferson's going to like that, I think.
Yeah.
No. So that should be good. And he doesn't have to go very far.
No, he's in. It's right
Michigan
there, man.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So now for the important part of the night. Let's go, baby.
Bo
I mean, I want
because they got nervous.
I want to hear Brock Bowers and let's win a championship. Let's go. I mean, this is the time. I think Mark will disagree with this. I have no doubt, but Buffalo, I think, is going to take a big step back. Patriots are still going to be in a complete rebuild. So I think it comes down to the Jets and Dolphins battling it out.
Sure it will, Joe. Sure.
What do you think?
So here's the thing. So I think it's going to come down to coaching more than anything. And what I think of Saleh. Again, I don't dislike him as a human being.
Yeah.
But I just don't think he's a head coach. I just don't. He was a great defensive coordinator with a bunch of really good players on San Fran. And what they did with Zach Wilson going back and forth, I just don't. How he went public about, what he truly thought of him. You don't do that, and I don't know. I just don't think he has it as a head coach, but
we'll see.
I don't know. If they don't win this year, if he's healthy, they're all gone anyways, or at least the head coaches.
When you have an elite quarterback, it's very easy to coach in the NFL.
Absolutely, it is.
You know, you don't have to be a great coach.
Well, yeah, yes and no.
I don't know. Tell me Mike McCarthy's a good coach. I don't think so. He's a good coach because Aaron Rodgers made him a good coach.
Yeah. And he had 5 before that for a little while, right? So
yeah. Good quarterbacks make you a good coach. Look at what Tom Brady was able to hide in New England. He left and it changed things when
So Tomlin, I think Tomlin's a good example of a really good coach because it doesn't really matter who he has at QB. I mean, the guy just doesn't have a losing season. You can say what you want. He doesn't win enough Super Bowls, but he also had to go against Brady for a while. You know what I mean? And then Mahomes came up. So, they were just behind the 8 ball just a little bit. So, I mean, I think Tomlin's probably one of the better ones, but you're right. I'm thinking of, what coach does well with mediocrity at the quarterback position. And
tell me one.
Yeah,
I mean, Mike Tomlin probably is the best example. He's probably the best example of that. But he's a good coach with Ben Roethlisberger and without. Still not quite the same level of success, but they're still a competitive team year in and year out. You go around and look at when Drew Brees left, Sean Payton bowed out, right? Like and now
he's
look at him
with Denver with no quarterback. I guess you're right.
Yeah, look at Mike McDaniels down in Miami. Look at that team. There's no excuse why that team didn't win the Super Bowl.
Well,
the talent
defense,
is,
you know what I mean? Their defense wasn't great. No,
but their running game was great. Their wide receivers are great.
I get it. But
Jets went offensive line. Penn State.
As they should. Yeah. Well, I think you got the second best lineman in the draft, if not best lineman in the draft. But I think Alt will be the best. But I mean, this guy's good, Joe. You like I said,
I know he's good.
That's a really good pick, man. Look at him. Look at that guy.
When you're in the Super Bowl window, I don't know if drafting a backup offensive lineman right now is the way to go.
So maybe they're going to rotate the older guys out a little bit. I mean, can a 32 and 33-year-old injury-prone O-lineman, especially on the left side, do well? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, they both played the left side, right?
Who?
Hold on. Let me pull this up here real quick.
Well, Moses is going to right tackle. Maybe you could shift him into guard. I don't. But they also signed
and Smith is left tackle too. So
yeah.
Okay.
So I mean,
I think it's a good pick, and I don't like ever giving the Jets any credit, but it's smart, man. You're going to keep Rodgers on his feet.
It's a good long-term pick, but again, if he's standing on the sidelines the whole season because the offensive line's healthy, and you missed out on a weapon, because then now the Jets don't pick again until the 3rd round, so you're not getting.
Yeah,
you're not grabbing somebody in the second.
I get it, but boy, you gotta protect Rodgers, man. There's no way they can have Rodgers go down again. They can't.
Yeah,
but you can also.
That's he's going to be there to protect whatever quarterback is next too. So
yeah, no, that's true.
So that's a thing. Denver's already got the pick in. So
Denver.
Denver didn't. I figured Denver would be trying to trade back here without a quarterback, and nobody worth taking at this point. So are they going to grab Bo Nix here?
I think either Dallas Turner or the quarterback from Toledo. That's who I think.
Well, to go with Patrick Surtain, that would be a nice cornerback room.
Yeah.
So,
I think either or, and I guess in that division, you need really good D-backs, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you do have to be able to stop some wide receivers. So
Yep, you got wide
that's,
receivers, you got Mahomes,
man.
you got a really good team, right? Really good teams right there. So
Yeah.
I like how this draft is moving.
I'm so torn, John. I'm so torn.
No, I get it.
I wanted Bowers. It's hard to get excited about Fashano. That's if he doesn't play it all this year.
Do you really think he's not going to play at all?
I don't know. I
bet you he plays minimum half the games. Minimum half the games.
I know injuries come up, but he's also a rookie. So if he's not starting with the line from the beginning, is he going to just be able to step in?
So they were saying he's like the most starting ready lineman coming out even over Alt is what they said. I think he does too. Yeah.
Jesus.
So, some thought he was the best O lineman in the draft.
Yeah. I should just bring Travis in whenever he's ready.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't yeah, if he beats Moses out, then great, but they traded for him. He is older, so I mean maybe you do that, but then now you're swinging him to right tackle. That's
so Moses is 33 years old.
Yeah, but he's durable. It's not like I'm more concerned with Smith on the left tackle because he gets hurt so much, but
yeah,
he's a wall over there when he's there. This is going to be really interesting to see which way they go with it because he's a left tackle. Are you going to play him at left tackle when you just signed a premier free agent left tackle? You're going to move him, try to switch him to right tackle and try to teach him a new position? I don't know. I would have went Bowers. That's all I'm saying. So, yeah, we'll see. But all right, let's bring Travis in, get his insight, and I think the looks like the Jags are starting to get close here. We got 5 picks to go till they get there. So let's bring Travis in, get his insight and expertise. Travis.
Good evening, gentlemen.
What's up, Jags?
How we doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Good.
Yeah. Doing well. So what do you think so far?
Been pretty spot on as usual. Other than that Penix pick, that one was
you didn't have that? Come on, Travis.
No, I'm sorry. I'm pretty good, not that good. At least I usually get the position right if I don't get the player right. That was
right.
I didn't, and I heard about it, but I was like, no way, maybe they're just saying that to get, to trade back or something. That was wild.
That was.
What do you think they did that for, man? I mean, Joe and I talked about it. You were typing about what?
Makes no sense.
I don't get it.
Million guaranteed. So it's not like they're going to get, recruit money soon if they cut them. That's crazy.
Yeah. I just don't understand it. It makes no sense.
It's like it's like Aaron Rodgers and Jordan Love situation. In a sense. Except for
Rodgers was retiring
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just renew Rodgers that year before, like stuff like the same year, same offseason. That's crazy. $100 million for 4 years. I don't know.
And now he's going to make money because of where he was drafted. You know what I mean? So he's actually going to make decent money.
Correct.
So that's
correct.
What might have happened?
Patriots afford shit like this. You know what I mean? It's like everyone else can.
John, you know what might have happened is Arthur Blank might have walked on the field.
You guys are going to flip. I said
the draft.
I said it. They were going to take him.
Before the draft, I bet you Arthur Blank walked on the field and said, What about Michael Penix? And that's what ended up happening. Because every time he goes on the field, everything goes wrong.
I knew they were doing it.
Announce it. You got to get it here first.
Has to be Bo Nix. Yeah,
they did. They reached. There it is.
You're not happy, man. Come on, you guys aren't happy. That's a lie. You're all liars.
What?
No, they wanted him. They were rumored to get him.
Really?
Yeah.
The fans, though? You want Bo Nix?
Oh no, the fans. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't
Wow.
like check down Bo. I call him check down Bo. Like,
Dude, this might be the greatest, most entertaining draft ever.
Wow, quarterbacks, boy. People aren't afraid to take him, man. Now, who's going to slip into the first round as a quarterback now? You know what I mean?
well, nobody.
Six
I don't know.
quarterbacks.
I wouldn't put it past anybody now.
Well,
Six
Jesus.
quarterbacks.
No, the receivers and the DBs or the corners are going to slip now, and that's going to be people are going to be clamoring to get back to the top of the second now to get those guys that shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
Or late.
So
first.
Raiders. So I had Penix going to the Raiders is in my draft.
That's
the one I put together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I guarantee you Bo Nix is like, I'll just watch the first round and see how that goes tonight. And then there's no way he was thinking he was getting drafted in the first round.
But there were rumors that Denver was Denver liked him a lot. And even over Michael Penix.
Dude.
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, Bo Nix has been playing. He played in Auburn in like what the mid
In the late 90s.
teens. You know what I mean, man? I mean, I got to pull up Bo Nix real quick because he's been
beat
around.
Auburn in what 2018 or something.
Yeah,
the first game of the season. Yeah.
If you
I'm sorry,
you
the
go,
last game of the season. Excuse me.
You go
Just
through the rest.
insane.
You go through the rest of this round. Who else would have taken him at this point?
Raiders.
The
Raiders
Raiders.
Next.
Raiders,
That wouldn't
Saints,
surprise me.
the Saints.
Yeah, Saints. Shit.
Saints are linked to quarterback. You had a lot of they had to do it.
In the first round, though, you think a
Yes.
lot of teams are going to reach?
Yeah.
One left.
I mean,
He's
they're
the only
all gone.
draftable- Well,
Man.
in the first 2 days, he's the only one left.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
You had to get him.
that's insane.
Let's see.
I mean, if I was Denver, I would have rolled with Zach Wilson this year and then tried again next year for a quarterback. Like you're going to pay.
been playing
You're paying
for
Bo
5
Nix.
years.
Yeah, you're paying him a lot of money. To
They like
Oh,
him.
boy,
A lot
that's-
of people like him. I don't.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, he does have a college resume. That's
Played 3 years at Auburn, 2 now. I mean, he threw 45 touchdowns. What do you have? 3 picks. I mean, he put up good numbers, but
look
he's
at
my
his check.
age,
Look at him
you know what I mean?
downfield. All his throws were down or short. It's bubble screens.
Yeah.
And he played the Pac-12 where they don't believe in defense. So, or Pac whatever they are now. Pac nothing now. They folded, but
I'm calling it Pac-10. I'm always going to call it the Pac-10.
yeah, exactly.
all right. So which way is Oakland
So
going?
Raiders.
This is the weird part because Oakland's the ones that are supposed to be making these picks.
Oh, you're gonna be real mad.
Oh, I bet
Who
you
is
I
it?
know.
Who is it?
I
Call
bet
it
you
up.
I know. I
Brock
bet you it's
Bowers.
Brock Bowers. Yeah, I knew it. Joe, you look like me last year or the year when Fields didn't come to us.
I feel like you.
Wow. Brock Bowers. What? Hey,
Damn.
Joe, what a great pick, huh?
That was. Who's throwing him the ball?
They'll figure that out, I guess.
Yeah.
Hold on, where did Minshew go?
Oh,
Did Minshew go to the Raiders? I thought Minshew went to the Raiders. I'm not
I
mistaken.
mean, that's a
where
that's a
did he
great.
go?
It's a great pick. He's
No,
going
he
to be
did.
fantastic.
He did go to the Raiders.
Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
because they
So you're
were
gonna
saying they
have-
were going to draft a quarterback and let them the two battle out. They thought either
Yeah. That's right. With Aiden O'Connell or whatever his name is.
Mhm.
Aiden. Yep.
Damn, look at this. Man,
yeah.
Brock
God.
Bowers.
I'm
I
gonna
still
be-
think I don't know. I'm not after watching what Kyle Pitts has done. I don't know these.
I think he's a much more willing blocker than Kyle Pitts was,
Very true.
and I think he's smarter. He runs better routes. He's not the athlete that Pitts was, but
Right.
or is, excuse me, but he's a great.
Yeah.
I think that's a nice pick. My dad
Well,
really loves him. He wanted him in Jacksonville, and I didn't see it. But they said if he's available at 17, we had to take him.
Yeah.
And I,
Oh wow.
Yeah, but look at who's throwing the ball to Kyle Pitts. So let's see what he does this year.
yes, exactly.
Like, Pitts has had terrible quarterback.
Michael Penix. Oh God.
Exactly.
Michael Penix. I'll tell you what.
Hey,
boy, that's
you know what?
that's a damn Al Davis
Yeah.
pick there if there
Hey,
never was
I'm
one.
gonna give you some breaking news. You got some breaking news. I'm gonna call it now. You know, because you know how a devout Christian Chris Cousins is, and he probably just saw all the homosexuals and all the we call it probably the new what's the city in the Bible that was just so bad?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
No, the city that just was like where you were just bad out there, like people sexing in the place. When you say it doesn't matter, but he probably was like, I can't live down here, or something like that, and he's gonna retire, and he just did.
That would be something.
And he's gonna retire, so that's why Penix is saying that.
Yeah.
Or they
That's not
signed
gonna
Penix.
work, yeah.
Excuse me. They were like, he probably I can't do this down here. Too much
It's
stuff
not-
going on.
It's not family oriented enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
But
No.
you missed you did not go over your recap before the Jets pick, so you got to do that real quick while we're on break.
Do what? Sorry.
Like your thoughts on the signings in the offseason and everything you told us to be
Oh,
ready.
yeah.
You didn't do that for your team.
You're right. I didn't. I was
Neither
too
one of
busy
you
talking.
did.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I guess Jets real quick. I mean, I've kind of hinted around a little bit the big things, right? Tyron Smith coming over, solidifying left tackle. Hopefully he could stay healthy because he is an absolute monster at left tackle. Mike Williams, potential nice signing if he can stay healthy as well. That would be nice with Garrett Wilson and take a little bit of pressure off of that. I like Moses as well on the right side. I think he's a very durable offensive lineman. He's not fantastic, but right side he should be able to handle. Now that's probably going to change, I think. Zach Wilson now in Denver. I will forever be a Zach Wilson apologist. I still think there's a ton of talent there, and I don't care what anybody says. We'll see what comes of it if it ever develops into anything now that he has a better coach, but we'll see what happens there. I mean, the Jets didn't do a whole lot of crazy moves. I think solidifying the offensive line was number one. Grabbing a wide receiver was kind of the two big things that I think they needed to do. I like the Javon Kinlaw move as well from San Francisco. I think that is going to be nice. And the way that the Jets run their rotation of along the defensive line is really, really nice. They keep everybody fresh, keep everybody hungry. And then, of course, Hassan Reddick coming into that fold as well. Like, they lost Bryce Huff. That kind of sucked. Hassan Reddick stepping into that makes me very, very happy. So I don't know and I'm very curious to see what Huff does in Philly, if he was a product of the system or if he is actually elite. We know Hassan Reddick is an elite pass rusher.
Correct.
So
I think you upgraded.
I think we did as well. And there was no way we could really afford to pay Huff that much money, even though he is a lot younger, but you're getting proven results versus potential system. So I think
Reddick
the Jets
had like double-digit sacks for like 5 straight years or something like that. I mean,
think he's had was it the second most sacks over the last 5
I thought
years?
it was 5 straight years. Hold on.
The Saints are flustered because they're taking all the time. They were like, I don't know what to do now because
they were
going to take. Yeah, exactly. They knew one of the quarterbacks was going to be available. So
I had them going O-line. I actually had them drafting. So I had them drafting the tackle from Oregon State. I don't know how to say his name. Talise Fuega. I don't know. I'm just butchered the shit out of it.
He's the 5th best according
That's why because I thought a lot of O-linemen would have went by now, to be quite honest. I thought it was going to be because it was so good. It's a deep class, but I thought the top would go now, and then you get that next tier in the 20s maybe. But
but you also have Dallas Turner still sitting there.
Correct.
Which he shouldn't be. He should not be there anymore.
Correct.
I mean, has
the
any
Saints love
defensive
defense.
players been drafted? They haven't, right? So no defensive players.
No. It's been all
which is insane.
That's crazy, man.
And they
Which
said
is
they
insane.
were like they had a over under. Did you guys see that going for what was going to happen? More defensive players or more trade?
Oh wow!
So man, people were like, "Man, I might take the trades."
Crazy that there's only been one trade so far, too.
Right, exactly.
Which is that's kind of flustering, but
well, now the trade bait is unless people are going to be wanting to trade back because the offensive linemen are the left and the edge rushers.
Yeah,
but you're not.
I mean,
your big three.
Yeah,
you're not.
There's really nobody to trade for unless two teams are going for the same position and they know it. But I mean, to your point, no one else. I can't think of another quarterback unless they, trade with like KC or something like that or some San Fran. I don't even know who you would take right now at quarterback. I mean, I don't see another one being drafted for a while.
Oh yeah, that's probably round 3 or
4
round.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah,
so no one's going to trade for anybody, but
no, because really, Penix and Bo Nix should have gone mid to late second round.
I knew Penix was going first.
I mean, he could have gone late first, but I feel like in reality, he's got some developing to do.
I had Nix going at 31 with a team trading in.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I can see that.
That's what I was saying. Nix is the dark horse that I didn't.
Yeah.
And like I said, I thought maybe 31, 32, somebody trade back in to get him, like the Saints or somebody else come back in and get him. But
yeah, let's see. So to the people watching out there, if you're over on the Twitter side or the X side, drop a comment in there. Let me see. Let us know where you're at and what team you're following.
You nailed it, John. You're hey, well done, sir.
Really?
Yep.
They took Fuanga.
So, and the reason I said that was what's his face just retired the other day. Who's their O-lineman that just up and retired? It was yesterday.
I must have missed it.
I didn't see that.
What's his name?
Not Teron Armstead. Wasn't Armstead, was it?
No, I don't. Here, hold on. Let me see.
What's his name?
We need somebody.
Oh,
we
wait
need
a minute. Was it Armstead? Because they're not even showing him on the. Was it Armstead? Wait a minute. Who?
Look.
Man. Nice. All right. So now.
Oh, James Hurst. 10 seasons. He just up and retired yesterday. That's what it was. Yeah.
Okay.
And then and then that's what I was like, okay, so they go on O-line. Who did I have originally? Did I have him? Yeah, I actually had him. Wow.
Yeah. All right, so Colts are on the clock here. Tight end, cornerback, safety, top 3 needs. No corners been taken.
I got Cooper DeJean going here to the Colts, but I think with Dallas Turner, I don't see how you can pass on Turner. I thought they'd go cornerback is what I thought they would go. Well,
Quentin Mitchell's still sitting there.
Supposedly, some of the rumblings with the big 3 already gone. Don't be surprised to hear Brian Thomas or Xavier Worthy because they want to deep
Thomas going at 20. Yeah, true. No, you're right.
So because they already have what's the boy name? Number 1, Pittman. So
no, you're right. That wouldn't be a bad pick right here.
They got 2 tight ends. They don't have another deep threat. So,
Mark, I'm with you. I'm kind of leading Brian Thomas going down to you, Travis. Especially losing Ridley. Like you got to give Trevor Lawrence.
We'll get there.
I'm excited to get there. We're only 2 away, and the.
Well, while we're waiting, go ahead. Oh, do yours, John. Your offseason signings, what you didn't like, what you did like.
So what I didn't like was the lack of movement for a receiver. I was hoping to God they were going to get Ridley. To have to
That was huge. That was huge.
I know, and Tennessee came in, but that hurt. We basically on offense we signed Brissett, which I don't mind as a bridge quarterback. I like Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
We basically swapped Elliott for Gibson, which whatever. I don't see where we got better there. In fact, I actually liked Zeke a little bit last year towards the end, but whatever. Ramadre, I don't think he's the guy we thought he was going to be. A wide receiver room is still, I think, extremely anemic. We signed Hunter Henry, and he's great for 13 catches and 9 touchdowns, but that's about it. So,
John, if I can say, Travis, thank you so much for this. This is my favorite part of the show. Keep going.
So now what I like, I love that we re-signed Kyle Duggar. I know they paid him $14 million. I think he's the next leader of the team, to be quite honest. And he plays a great safety. He's around the ball. We got Gonzalez coming back from injury, who I love.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to get a linebacker. You know what I mean? I do. I think we need some linebacker help. Maybe a cornerback, but we didn't make the moves I thought we were going to make. I thought we were going to go after, big name pass rushes. I thought we were going to go after a wide receiver. We had all that money. I mean, Judon paid off 3 years ago. So build off that. And I have a feeling our defense will be, I think, better than average, only because they're going to be on the field a lot. I think they could be potentially 11, 12-ish if they had a better offense. I think they're going to get burnt out. Honestly, if they win 5 games, I would be shocked. I'm thinking 3 to 4 again. Our offense is the same besides Jacoby Brissett. And I love Brissett, but he's never thrown over 20 touchdowns, and he has started 16 games before. So if we had, Justin Jefferson and, that group up there in Minnesota with Brissett, I'd probably be happier, but I don't know where the offense is coming from. Who's the playmaker?
Yeah.
Bourne, I like Bourne, but he's a great number 3. I'd love him if he was on number 3. That's why I was hoping maybe trade for T. Higgins today or even tomorrow. I don't know, but I don't feel good, man. I don't. I think next year
that'd be a nice pick.
Extremely, yes. So I like the moves. We signed our own O-lineman, which I'm good with. On the right side, I'm fine with that, but I don't think we're any better. I don't. Of course, I think we're better at quarterback. Mac was just not the guy, but unlike Joe, I don't think he's going to do anything in Jacksonville to push Trevor Lawrence. There's no way. Unless Lawrence gets hurt.
Yeah, I'll get there. Cover that for sure.
But I will say I was extremely shocked that Mac went there. I don't know why they would have. It's just weird. You know what I mean? I thought it was a weird signing. But I do think Trevor Lawrence is underachieving with that team. I think I will say this about Jacksonville's offense that, what don't they have? They got a good tight end. They got a great running back. They got, they still get a number 1 there. You know what I mean? With Christian Kirk, I think he's really good. And I don't get it, man. I don't get what Lawrence is doing. He should be doing a lot better, I think. A lot better.
Yeah, the pick is in for the Colts. We'll see. I can't call it at this point. Like I said, I'm going to go Dallas or the receiver. Because
Cooper DeJean is who I had after seeing who I thought would be off the board, everybody that I thought. So,
yeah. I'm going to go corner.
Yeah, corner from Iowa. That's what I'm going.
But it's not who you thought it was.
Oh, boy. Is it the dude from was it Illinois?
No. They went UCLA, Latu.
Oh. So they're picking names now is what they're doing.
He's bigger. He's bigger than Dallas. He's I bet better in the run game, so they like that probably more so than Dallas is just a pure pass rusher, and he's only 250. And with the tackles and the linemen in the division, getting bigger, they probably think like, hey, we need a more stout guy.
We need speed.
The Latu's only a little bit bigger. He's only like 260, excuse me, but so he's 10 pounds bigger, but so
man.
Why do they have matching hair? They both got the Jim Carrey bowl cuts.
Oh,
I love
awesome.
it. Absolutely love it. Look at their hair. Man. I love it.
Dude, they should be wearing baby blue and orange.
I don't know if they're brothers or not. I don't know. They kind of look the same, but they definitely got the same Jim Carrey hair. That's amazing. I like him already.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, Seahawks up. Seahawks.
So,
the Seahawks, they could go a lot of directions.
Man,
I get the tackle from Washington there. Actually, Troy Fontenot. I think that's how you say his last name.
They project him as a guard, so a lot of people could say his lack of long arms.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
So they project him as a guard, but
according to the
they're
ESPN,
going corner in a surprise.
According to ESPN, their number one need is guard for Seahawks,
but not here.
Is it?
But I mean, he's a great pickup, and he's a second-rated player on the board. So
yeah.
But a guard in the first round is kind of unheard of.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yep. But I mean, he also has.
If it's a need, he's the second best player on the board. You're fine with taking him here.
Yeah,
I hate that. He's.
Hey guys, I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, I think, and he can flex to tackle if need be.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, so you could. I mean, that would be a good move for them. But
yes,
again, I mean, Dallas Turner's. That would be a nice.
Yes.
That would be a nice piece to add up in Seattle as well. And then that puts.
What do they run? Do you know what they run? What defense they run? Do they run a 4-3 or 3-4? I don't know much about Seattle, to be honest.
Now that Pete Carroll's gone, I'm not quite sure which way they're going. So, but again, Dallas Turner's kind of a nice guy to throw onto a defensive line.
16 when he thought 16. He would be top 5 pick, maybe.
Yeah, where he was supposed to be gone at 7, 8. Yeah. And he's still sitting there. Like that seems like a no-brainer. Like Seattle, just take the best player on the board, and that would be a good way to go. But also, if they need a guard, they got a Washington guy that could just go straight from Husky Stadium to over to Lumen Field. It's about that's about a 20-minute drive. So that would be pretty cool. That would be pretty cool. So we'll see if that happens. If not, Alabama to Seattle, that's a little bit different. So, and then so while we're waiting, why don't you talk about
Got it.
Why don't you talk about Jacksonville?
All right. So let's start with the cuts. So we got rid of some high dollar contracts. We cut Fadukasi, one of your ex players.
Yep, Fatso.
Who didn't translate.
Paid him too much.
Yeah, it seemed that way. He just couldn't stay healthy, and he wasn't even that effective when he was in. Surprisingly, Jenkins made big plays 2 years ago, but last year, if you go back and watch that Tennessee Titans game in Week 18, he's scared of Derrick Henry, and you can see it. Like he literally took bad angles on purpose and then tried to catch him with the little arms flailing and all that. Like he just back of foot speed. I don't know what happened. He got old fast, or maybe being in Florida back home, he's not working out like he should. Because he's back home. He's from the Central Florida area.
Okay.
So I don't know, but we cut him. Another freed up about $15 million for him, and then we cut Darius Williams, who was the best corner last year. But with the new DC we got coming in from Nielsen from Atlanta, he loves to play man. Darius Williams cannot play man to save his life. So he doesn't have the foot speed. So So those are 3 great cuts. I'm glad to see we made all of them. Saved the 10+ million on the cap. So all the guarantee money was done. So that was good. But of course, you signed Armstead, Darby, Gabe Davis, Duvernay, Savage, Morris, and Mac Jones. We traded for. I guess I'll address the elephant in the room. Mac Jones, he said he's there to be the backup. He knows his role. He's there to learn and develop from a Super Bowl winning head coach. And just, I think that was a dig at the Pats, honestly, when he said it. Because he was like, I'm going to actually learn some quarterbacking and stuff. So we'll see. But he definitely knows it's Trevor's team. Now, to answer your question about what Trevor's missing is protection. What was running for his life since he's been in the league. So we had a last year, once again, turnstile offensive line between what's his boy name? Robinson starting off the year suspended for PEDs. Then Walker Little didn't pan out to be, he had a battle with the rookie for the starting spot. Didn't get it done. And Brandon Sheriff has been horrible since we traded or signed him in free agency.
Which is shocking.
Too. Yeah. I'm not
shocking.
Well, he's been hurt. But my thing is, if you're on the field, hey, you're held accountable.
Yeah.
If you're injured or hurt enough, not injured but hurt, and you're still playing, then you're hurting the team. So if you don't perform well, so get off the field and get right. But he took a huge pay cut this year too to stay with the team because they were probably going to cut him. I love the Morris signing out of Buffalo though. Best center in free agency. Brought him in because our center was on skates most of the year.
Yeah.
Undersized center. So I think fixing that. We got a guard we got out of Appalachian State last year who was injured in the last preseason game. That the team was real high on. I don't know if he was a 7th round draft, 6th or 7th round, but they were saying he was pushing to start last year before he got hurt. So he's back fully healthy. Like I said, you bring it, and then we got what's the guy from Minnesota name? We made that trade midseason, and he played really well at tackle and guard last year, even though he was hurt as well. So getting everybody healthy is going to be the key to. Trevor has the offensive weapons, skill position, but then they couldn't stay on the field. You had Zay Jones hurt, Christian Kirk got hurt.
Yeah.
So Ingram, all they had was Ingram and Ridley running the wrong routes.
Yeah. So, but Ingram learned how to catch down there.
Yeah.
In New York, it just bounced off of him.
Mm-hmm. He still makes some drops, though. He makes some drops. Like, come on, man.
Nowhere near with the Giants. Oh my God.
I agree.
He was like a trampoline.
But that cold weather, he's a Georgia boy. He's from Georgia, so that cold weather was too cold on his hand, his little fragile hand.
That might be it. That might be it.
He's down in the warm weather, like, hey, I can actually feel my fingers. I can catch the ball now. So,
well, Mark's over here saying Morris is a concussion away from retirement, so be careful.
I understand that, but hey,
grab a drink. Go break.
If he's gonna retire, I'm just playing. I was about to say, go ahead and let him go out.
Leave now.
No, I'm saying play until they not go. On the stretcher.
There you go.
So, but I really love the signing. And just if not for nothing, just to let the young boy hopefully get some get in the weight room. The backup center, who was a starter last year.
So you know what I was thinking too, man? Like, you guys went from like the favorites last year, and now you got Houston. I mean, that's scary. That's a scary team, man. Indy's looking pretty good. What's your thought of like almost being like this is a no-brainer for Jacksonville to win to like there's 3 teams that can win that division. I mean, there really is.
I agree. With that being said, though, I think they got the big head.
Oh, they got some Osan videos going on right now.
There was a lot of things going on in that locker room, and that's why he brought the players he did in with Armstead, Morris, Savage. Yeah. Everybody they brought in was from playoff teams with Gabe Davis, Duvernay, every player they signed other than Mac, who they traded for, was a playoff or in a playoff caliber performer or team, excuse me. So they're gonna bring that playoff mentality, like you gotta grind. It's not because Jack's winning the division after 3 straight years of being in 4th place, was like, oh well, we made it, and that mentality crept into the locker room. So
they're gonna beat each other up though. That's gonna be a fun division to watch because you got young quarterbacks. You know what I mean? This is what we kind of thought. Joe and I thought the AFC East was going to be like a bunch of young quarterbacks developing, and I get it. The jury's still out on Stroud. I get it. He played 1 year, but boy, that team is
no. I like what they had the years before though with Lovie Smith,
Byron Murphy.
Yeah, they
wow, defensive tackle.
I knew it. And that's why I was like, they traded out.
Oh, Minnesota's on the clock again.
Hold on, Minnesota.
That's what it says.
Yeah. So wait, they just went McCarthy.
Were they going first?
I'm showing Minnesota's on the clock.
How?
Yeah.
No, they did. I'm saying they're on the clock.
They traded out. Jacksonville slipped down to 23. What is Minnesota coming up?
How did Jacksonville get 23?
That was Minnesota's other.
That was Minnesota's second 1st-round pick. Yeah.
Oh, how did I thought Houston had that one? How did they get it?
They traded with Houston about 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I missed that. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like, we traded out of the first, and with all the corners still available, I think they had because I think they like both corner. I think they're going corner, and the tackles are gone. So they were like, hey, we can get this, same grade, get more picks or something. So
pick is in.
I had Byron Murphy going 18 to Cincy, so I was close. Just no cigar.
Okay.
And that's why Minnesota jumped.
Yeah.
With Hendrickson winning out.
Yeah.
So
that's why I thought they would go D-line. Diesel. I swear to God, my German Shepherd sometimes just sits there. He's talking to me. I just don't know what he's saying. I don't understand dog language, buddy. I don't.
He's probably saying, why'd they take Byron Murphy? I don't understand it.
Cincinnati was supposed to take him. I know, buddy. I know.
He's upset.
I know.
All right, so what's Minnesota coming up for?
Oh.
Or who?
I don't know.
Who is Minnesota coming up for?
Dallas.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Wow, what a great pick. They've signed quite a few free agents this year, too. I mean, Minnesota was extremely active. I mean, it just seemed like every other day.
Dallas Turner.
Aaron Jones.
They had to come up for him. He was still there. They had to come get him.
I can't believe he's still there.
I'm kind of surprised that Jacksonville didn't take him.
No, I'm not.
I mean, just for pure talent alone.
You got other needs.
Yep.
You got other needs.
Vikings come up for
like
Turner.
glaring needs. So, because who is he going to put on the bench?
True. No, you're right. Because then, you're not getting a start from day one.
They're not taking Josh Allen's spot. So
that's true.
You can only use. I mean, you could put Trayvon inside, but that's what they just signed Armstead for. Armstead and Roy Robertson Harris in the middle. Like you would have to take somebody off the field, and that just wasn't going to work.
Yeah, that's a crowded.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great problem to have. You guys got a really good defense.
That's part of the collision of going from AFC first place in week 8 or whatever, week 10, and then losing like 6 straight or 7 out of the last 8.
Yeah.
That's why the D coordinator's gone. They said some of the stuff was too complex and he wouldn't make adjustments. That's the word is. But I'm just glad we finally re-signed the first contract guy, first round guy.
Yeah. You guys don't normally do that.
No. Jalen Ramsey was gone. We gave Miles Jack money, but he was second round. because I was saying we got Jalen. Who else? I can't think of the last time we re-signed the first round pick. So they usually got
Jets are in the same thing.
So it was like we were just glad they finally did it, and they were messing around, but they should have, and they would have saved probably about 18 mil a year had they re-signed them last year. But who knew? You know, they gambled and they lost, but they got the player they wanted. So it is what it is.
Yeah. So Minnesota.
Yes.
JJ McCarthy, now Turner.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
They're being aggressive. I'll give them that. I mean, they address two needs. I just don't know about McCarthy, but when you get Sam Darnold, McCarthy looks pretty good, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, at least it's somebody to. But can McCarthy throw the deep ball to JJ? He didn't have to do a lot of that. You know, Michigan was a running team. You know what I mean? So and I get it. You can just throw it up to probably JJ and he'll get it. But is he going to be able to really connect with him? I don't know. They must see something. I mean, he was one of the most reserved quarterbacks, I thought. I think he played well, but he didn't shoot it down the field like Minnesota does. That's their offense. I'm sorry. That's their offense. They throw deep. You get the best wide receiver in the NFL. You're going to throw it. So I guess we'll see how that goes.
And man, the NFC North has really turned into a division. I mean, think about what it's been. It's been Aaron Rodgers' division, kind of like Tom Brady in the East. That's kind of what the North has been. And now look at it. Like the Lions.
Back to the black and blue again.
Yeah,
like
the Lions look good. Yep. The Lions look good. I mean,
NFC Central.
Minnesota's probably between them and the Bears. I don't know who's the worst team in that division.
I don't know. I mean, I guess if you go quarterback, you go Minnesota, but Chicago has a rookie quarterback too. So it'll be interesting.
Justin Jefferson.
So I'll be real curious to see if, since he goes like Brian Thomas right here, kind of preparing for the exit of T. Higgins. I didn't originally have him, but I had an O-lineman going to Cincy here, but no, a D-line. I had Byron Murphy going here, but now I'm wondering, will Thomas go and give the exit to Higgins or trade him or something? I don't know.
I'm trying to think what their corners are though. So
I mean, there's probably a need there too. Let's see. I don't know off the top of my head, so I'll pull it up. But DJ Turner and Cam Taylor-Britt. So neither of them had interceptions last year. Doesn't mean they're bad. Just doesn't mean they. I'm sorry. They had one between them. Right.
So
they could go corner.
Yeah.
I'm thinking corner, but can't think of what. Because like you said, D-line, but they're not going to go. There's no other dominant D tackle, especially with the other Texas boy getting a DUI.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, God. What an idiot, man. Oh.
But I'm happy because now we can get him in the third round, hopefully.
or Patriots can get him in the second with the first pick in the second. I'd be happy with that.
They're saying, some teams are saying he's a day 3 guy now.
Wow.
He was fringe day 2 because his person, he had a questionable work ethic, but, weight gain because he's 360.
Oh, wow.
Plus, he's 360, so he's only a 2-down player. So... so they were like, a lot of, because he was projected, but he had a great workout though at the combine. So
right.
So I mean,
tons of value. You're just taking a risk, And I mean, let's face it, every pick in the draft is a risk if you think about it. So I mean, it's and Mark, Buffalo better do something quick, but
Travis, the trade details for that, have you seen it?
I have not.
So the trade details are the Vikings only get up to 17, get nothing back. Jaguars get number 23, 5th round this year, 3rd round next year, 4th round next year.
Oh, wow.
Hey,
Wow,
yes.
that's a good haul.
Yeah.
3 picks. Why not? And they're probably still going to get the person that they wanted anyway.
Exactly. Yep.
That's a Patriots move right there.
Trench did it last couple of years, though.
Yeah. Not too bad.
But, I mean, such a good haul, you know?
Yeah,
That's a really good haul for 6 picks, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then you could package a 3 and a 4 and move up to 2 and get somebody too.
Yep. And that's just what he did last year. He did the trades and he traded back up in the second, I think it was, last year. So all the trades he traded for before, he just got rid of them. So move up again.
All right.
I think you're right because all the tackles are gone. Tight end, the only tight end that was drafted when the first round is gone. So D-line and wide receiver. So is what the Bengals' needs are based off my little notes.
Yep.
So yeah,
Let's see.
Or maybe Worthy. Nah, not with Jamar. You don't need 2 small receivers.
Right.
Or it could be somebody like a Keon Coleman, or what's the other tall one?
See, I really like Coleman, man. I really, really like Coleman. I think he's going to be good. I just do. He's such a reliable wide receiver, and he runs great routes across the middle, and
he gets the ball. He high points the ball.
Yes. Mm-hmm. He reminds me of like an Edelman and Welker. You know what I mean? A much bigger guy, but
you know who he reminds me of? Anquan Bolden.
There you go.
His pro comp is Drake London.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, he's up there, but he's also the 10th rated on the big boards.
Yeah, it's only because of his 40 speed, though. He didn't have a great 40 speed.
Yeah, but he has football speed because he had a kickoff return and he beats DBs deep all the time.
He's quick. He's quick. He's not fast, so he's going to make you lose your shoes before anything.
Oh, okay. Well, they got him. The tackles are going to getting reached for.
Who'd they take?
They took Mims out of Georgia. Who was the second round?
I had him going to I had him going to the Rams. The next pick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Really?
So I get some points there. I'm in a thing where like you get points if you're like 1 off or 2 off. Yeah. It's not by team, it's by pick. And I had him go in, to the Rams. So I didn't think they'd trade up for like a quarterback or something like that. I thought D-line or O-line they'd go, the Rams. So I went O-line.
Well, what's funny is on this comparison, the pro comp for Brian Thomas is T. Higgins. So that should have been a slam dunk pick for
for
the Bengals right there.
They say they have their plan is to keep him. So I guess he's free. He's the franchise tag. So I guess they're like, you're playing 1 more year, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll and you need to keep Burrow upright, just like the Jets did. Man, there's something to say on how Houston built that team. There really is. Boy, did they – I mean, they hit it too, with the players they got. But, Laramie Tunsil, remember when they had a terrible team and they signed him to that big money contract? Everyone's like, what are they doing? I'm like, they're preparing. They're preparing to hopefully get a quarterback. And, man, I mean, you got to give the Texans credit right now on how they built that team because they did it with O-line, D-line, and it seemed like everything else kind of fell into place. You know what I mean?
After they got rid of that, what's the new name? They were the quarterback or the coach for Notre Dame, or whatever. The head coach they got rid of, Bryce. I see his face.
For what team?
For the Texans. He went I won't say Georgia Tech. He's the OC at Alabama last year.
God, what's his name?
O'Brien?
Yeah, O'Brien.
Bill O'Brien, yes.
O'Brien, yeah. Because he was the GM down there. And after he tanked those years, because he was the GM / head coach, they got rid of him. The GM has been slowly putting together some nice pieces, getting draft capital and getting rid of the cancers. Like, that's why Hopkins was, they got rid of him. And then they apparently shipped off, Watson, who wasn't the cancer.
Hold on a second. Rams are on the clock.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, did they have a first round?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That's
This is their
surprise.
first time
Yeah,
since
exactly.
Oh,
what, 2020 or something like that?
Yeah.
I'm not used to the Rams having a first round draft pick. I just assumed they traded into the first.
No.
Oh, they do.
Nope. They
Never
had this
mind.
the first year.
Oh, they juked me. So
Because remember, they got Jalen Ramsey. They gave away for 2 years, first and
Yeah.
second.
no, yeah, they just give
traded
away first
to
round
get,
picks.
with the golf or not golf, Stafford. They're bringing Stafford, so
Yep.
they haven't had a picks. Yeah, like you said.
Mhm.
They won a Super Bowl, though. I mean,
Yeah.
they won, you know,
Yeah.
and they're still pretty competitive as long as Stafford could stay healthy. But he's another guy that is starting to be on the wrong side of Father Time, you know.
They probably should have stuck with Goff. If they found him.
I think Goff just fits on the Lions, man.
Yeah.
I do. I think he just fits there, you know.
I think that's where they're both supposed to be. It's just one of those things where it's just meant to be.
Yeah. Well, it worked out for the Rams. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Lions, though.
Yeah, sure did. Sure did.
um,
Rams are taking a lot of time here. Well, they have a lot of options. They really do.
wow. Following
Still
a
no
series of
cornerback.
trades,
They're going corner.
Yeah. The
They're gonna go corner.
Vikings. The Vikings
Well,
now
but-
have just 3 draft picks in the
They can go Brian
2025
Thomas.
draft.
3 more?
Three?
Or
No, they own 3 draft picks next year.
so the Patriots tried drafting for Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Wow. I wonder what they were gonna offer it. It probably will never ever be let out.
Yeah, he was one of the corners. Brian Thomas or Chop Robinson, who's been on a great climb since his combine workout.
Okay. Trying to bring a Bengals fan on to talk about what's going on there and that offensive tackle pick. See if he joins up. But yeah, Bills are just sitting pat.
Yeah, and
What if
I
Brian
just-
Thomas slips to them?
Oh, that'd be something, huh?
And then just go replace Diggs
Well, let's
already.
see.
I have Mitchell going to Buffalo.
Mitchell.
That's who I have.
Who? AD Mitchell?
Yep.
I
I have him going to Buffalo. If he, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to see a big charge of wide receivers, but
Well, because who's the other corner or receiver opposite of in Buffalo?
so they got Curtis Samuel. They
I
got
forgot about Curtis Samuel.
They got
this year.
Shakir, and they got the 2 tight ends. That's really, I mean, their wide receiver room is not good. You know
They
what I
got
mean?
rid
It's
of
just
Gabe
not,
and
and Diggs. So they lost their 1 and 2. I don't know. I just think they would have to go if somebody's there. But I mean, I guess what's the difference between Mitchell and like Coleman, or maybe Coleman, somebody like that.
wow. Okay.
So Arizona picks 1 spot before Buffalo. I don't know. Do you think they would consider another wide receiver there? Do you think they could take Brian Thomas if he's still sitting there right before Buffalo?
Oh yeah, I think so. I don't know. Oh, Verse. Oh,
Yeah,
where did
that's
I
right.
have him going? I had him going to 24 to Dallas. That's where I had him.
All right. I'm gonna pull James in here real quick.
All right.
Bengals fan. Travis, you could stick around.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Bring him in and talk about I can't wait to see what his reaction is going to be to the tackle reach. So let's bring him in. Let's see. There he is. What's up,
What's going on,
James?
guys?
How's it going? How you
Wait.
feeling?
Hey, Waste. Listen here, brothers. I'm sitting here with a Bears guy.
A Jets guy.
He's got a constant boner for the last 45 minutes
He's not gone away.
with Caleb and Dunze. All right. I got my boy Jets, Jets, Jets over here. Happy.
Backup tackle, baby.
Yeah, backup tackle because Tyron's gonna play 2 games. I'm sitting here watching the draft fall. All right. At my initial mock, I had Brock Bowser falling. All right. And then as it's playing out, I'm seeing all this stuff happening. And then now we're sitting here, and then so we're all doing our little stuff and everything. I'm thinking Troy Fautanu or Brian Thomas. T Higgs is gone. And then Mims pops up. Everyone sees, I get the rope out. It's got a noose, I got enough space up here, it was all there. I probably shouldn't be even talking to you right now. I should be gone. Heaven's calling.
I'm glad you're still here.
But yeah, I mean, like it's a pick for the future. But we all know the Bengals are in the spot right now to win now.
Hey, his next start's gonna be his 9th start.
Yeah, man.
In 2 years, he'll have 10 total starts.
I think.
Did you mention to them that the Bears took Caleb Williams and?
Oh yeah, I mentioned the Bears.
All right.
Freaking retards. Yeah. So I mean, I wasn't.
I don't know you, but how do you really feel? How do you really feel?
Really feel? Listen, man. Universe can't explain how I really feel here, brother. But I mean, there was better. There was more plug and play right now, and Mims is like 2 years down the road after Trent Brown leaves. So I was really hoping for like a Fautanu right there, but it's all good. It's all good, man.
So did you get the Mims jersey on order already?
Yeah. Mims 00. Yeah, Mims 00. Not worthy. Yep. Yeah.
Oh man. You know what? We've all been there. So it sucks. You get all hyped up for it, and then hey, if it's any consolation, you could be an Atlanta fan and take Michael Penix.
Hey, I don't think. I think I can invite my my little 7-year-old nephew over here, and he wouldn't even understand the old Penix. So yeah, that made no sense, man. No sense.
No, it didn't. No. So, all right. So how do you feel about the Bengals this year going into the season? Even without this.
It's tough. I don't put us with the Baltimore era this upcoming year yet. I think if you look at the rosters, Baltimore's just got it stacked. I think Cincy has a chance here in the next rest of the draft to try to fill some spots, but that whole D tackle mess that we have going on, not good. The T. Higgins thing, not good. For the Cincinnati Bengals, it always comes down to our defense. Like, we got to be able to stop people. We're going to put up points regardless, but we got to stop people. And I don't see us in that range yet this upcoming year. So I think it's another year of waiting.
Yeah. And how about the running back position? How do you feel about that?
I was happy with Joe Mixon being gone. He can't pass block for nothing. I'm super excited about Chase Brown. Zach Moss, if you look at Zach Moss's ratings of pass blocking, magnificent. So I'm super happy about Zach Moss. I think there's a possibility of getting a running back later. I'm really excited about maybe like a Guerrero from where's Guerrero from? Louisville or something like that. I think it is. So like there's some dudes like later on for running back and stuff that can fill in like the number 3. But I'm actually excited about the pass blocking of Zach Moss actually.
Okay.
Well, Moss killed it last year too when Taylor was out, man. He had some really good games, man.
Yep.
I was shocked like years ago when Buffalo let him go. They just didn't use him right. They really didn't.
Buffalo didn't use him right. Any running back.
They didn't use Devery or.
Yeah, I mean they didn't really use Singletary right either. They were just kind of a mess at the running back position. Yeah. I mean, for me, like when Cincinnati lost Pirine, like people don't realize that Pirine was an amazing pass blocker, and with Joe Mixon trying to do it all last year, it just didn't work. So I'm actually okay with Mixon gone. I like the pass blocking of Moss, and I think Chase Brown's going to excite some people next year.
Nice. I know me and John are not fans of Joe Mixon, so
never liked.
Well,
never
there's
liked
few things that Jets and Patriots fans agree on. Joe Mixon sucks. We both agree.
Joe Mixon sucks. I will say, man, I went to Cincy a few years ago. My son-in-law, I'm up here in Maine. He's in New Hampshire. Huge Cincy fan. So we took like 13, 14 people to Cincy for like his bachelor party from me. And I'll tell you what, man, I don't know if you've ever been up there to watch a game. I'm sure you have if you're a fan. But what an amazing city that place is. Everything's right there, and we're sitting in this Bengals bar, and me and my brother got Pat's gear on, and guys walking up giving us like $20, patting us on the back, saying buy a couple beers from us, have a great time. Amazing time up there in Cincy, man. I want to go down with my son-in-law. I think that'd be fun.
No, for sure. Yeah, I took my wife there a few years back. The vibe there, amazing. Like you said, like I stayed in a hotel a mile, like it was like a mile down the road.
Yeah,
everything's right there.
Right downtown. You could walk there. It took 10 minutes to walk there. Yeah,
we just walked it. Yep, it was fantastic. Yeah, the vibe there. I mean, everyone's wearing the Bengals gear and all that stuff. It was fantastic in Cincy. Yeah,
that was a great time.
Yeah, nice, cool. Well, we'll see it. We'll see what they do. I'm hoping Joe Burrow comes back healthy, strong, plays well. He's phenomenal to watch. And let's not.
I tell a lot of people. I think he hurt his wrist last year. Was overthrowing because that whole calf thing. Kind of like in baseball when you change your mechanics and you like mess up your elbow and stuff. I think with his calf back, I think his wrist will be just fine. And I think everything should be good next year.
It's good. He's fun to watch. And him, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase. Geez, man. I mean, what weapons he has. So they should have taken Brian Thomas there, but that would have probably been a great replacement right there. But you got an offensive tackle, so congratulations.
For either Boatano or Brian Thomas, man.
What's that? Oh, it's breaking up.
I got Thomas going now to
Brian
Pittsburgh.
It's Brian Thomas.
We shall see. We shall see. And to your Jets fans, buddies, love hearing the Jets chant in the background there.
Welcome, Alex.
Yeah, he's a diehard. He's a diehard, man.
Yeah. That's the only way to be.
I see corner.
You can't be a Jets fan if you're not a diehard. There's too much pain and misery. Cool. All right, James. Well, we'll let you get back to partying or drinking away your sorrows. I think he's breaking up. Yeah. Can you guys hear him?
No, I hear just
sounds like a
breaking
robot
up a little bit. Yeah.
All right, James, take it easy. Have a good night, bud. Thanks for coming on, and good luck to the Bengals this year.
Wow.
Cool. All right, what do we got?
That's a Steeler peak. That's
a
Steeler peak all day.
Who'd they take? Let me get caught back up.
The lineman out of Washington.
Oh.
That's who I had going to Seattle. Let's see if I got any points for that. No, too many picks away.
That is a good pick. That is a very good pick for them.
Actually, 4 picks away, I do get points for that. I think I get like 25 points.
It's a weird game.
Yeah, you're right. That is a Steeler pick, man. Spot on.
Yeah.
I thought they'd go Brian. So where's Robinson going now? I mean, he's not going to Miami.
Arizona.
He's not going to Philly.
I'm tripping off the corners, man.
There's no corners.
No.
Yeah.
Still 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 defensive players taken, and we're at pick 21.
God, I hope the Patriots trade in and get a corner.
Jags could go Brian Thomas, though. Are you playing, like you said earlier?
Yeah. What does Miami do here?
I think I get Graham Barton from Duke. He's a tackle. I had them going offensive line too.
That would be, So looking at their needs,
they
defensive tackle,
left,
tight end, offensive tackle, edge, guard. So,
they would have to reach tremendously for a lineman right now.
Yes, and tight end. You're not reaching for a tight end. You're not. I don't know where you're going there. Their top 3 needs are reaches, which I'm fine with Miami reaching. That, John, I think that works for you as well.
Oh yeah.
No.
I don't want anybody in the AFC East to be good. I want you guys all to live with my pain.
Oh well, they got that Houston tackle. I forgot about him. I forgot about the Houston tackle out of Houston. That's the only one that's left. It has a first round grade. I completely forgot about him.
But yeah, still no corners taken. That's pretty wild. That is pretty wild.
And there's some good corners out there.
Yeah.
There's a dude from Iowa.
I think they're so deep. People are like, I'll take somebody else since nobody's picking them yet. Jags may trade back again.
Yeah,
you
you're
got
kind of
both guys from Bama. You got Kool-Aid and Arnold.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Then you got the dude from Clemson.
And then the dude from Toledo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Shit, the guy from Toledo.
That's the one who I want. That's the one I want the Jags to get.
Quentin Mitchell. Yeah. Quentin Mitchell. Yep. That's his name. Yeah.
He's the best man cover. His man coverage is phenomenal. Yeah. So
his on the big board.
Dolphins pick is in.
He is number 1 in the position, 10th overall, and he's still sitting there.
Dolphins go corner here. Okay, I'm changing my mind from O-line. I didn't realize no corners would be drafted at this spot. So,
yeah, and they got Jalen, but they got rid of Xavier Howard.
They sure did. They cleared up a lot of money, and why not bring in supposedly a great man corner? And
I hope they don't take the one I want though. They could take Tyrion.
Who do you want?
I want the boy out of Toledo, Quinion Mitchell.
Yeah.
What a weird draft. This is like one of the weirdest drafts.
Yeah, this is insane. 6 quarterbacks in the top 12. 4 defensive players so far in the whole draft. And not a cornerback taken.
And there's been 3 trades or 2? Jets and Vikings, and then the Jags.
Just 2. Just 2 so far.
I'm checking. No.
We'll see.
Hold on. Yeah. Yep, that's it. Well, the pick is in,
right.
So
yeah, I mean it's really, I mean, Miami can go a ton of ways here. I feel like because so much has been taken already that, I mean, you just take best player available at this point.
Yeah.
Miami, well, I mean, they're win now, so where can they plug and play? I would say I don't think you take, unless you think the quarterback's the best available. I'm thinking you almost have to go cornerback here. They're playing to win, right? So they don't want to draft a backup here when they get starting caliber
and then
players.
They're not going to get unless they want another receiver, but you won't need it with Hill and Waddle.
So Waddle, what year is he coming up on? Is he coming up on 4 or 5?
I thought 3 because he hadn't re-signed him yet. So I think this is year 3.
Let's see here. I think you're right.
Because he got there the year Tyreek got there, and this is Tyreek's second year. Last year was Tyreek's second year there.
So this is year
3.
No, this will be year 4 for him.
Is it?
21, 22, and 23,
Without Tyreek?
That's right. Remember, because he had 100 and he had over 100 receptions and 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
So you know what? They may, because
we got an Alex Davis sighting.
Oh, Waddle got an extension.
Good to see you, Alex.
Oh, did he? Okay,
hope you're doing okay.
I didn't see that. I need to get on my game. I've been not doing too much scouting. I've been so busy in the draft, like not looking at other transactions.
Right. Alex is usually good at being our research guy. Like
it's
ESPN
not showing
has their research
an extension. It's showing he doesn't have an extension.
Okay, we might have to fire Alex and replace him with a new research associate.
Devontae Smith just got an extension. He got one, but it doesn't say anything about Waddle unless he just got it today.
Yeah, I looked at the transactions and because you got
did they
like
pick
you said,
up
Amon
his 5th year?
got his and
picked
so
up
did Panay Sewell. I saw those 2.
Oh, and this is Waddle's last year. So I don't think he was drafted in the first round.
Hope he gets better.
No, he was pick 6.
Waddle was a first-round pick. Yep.
Yeah, pick 6. That's right.
So, what do you think? Did you guys see the AJ Brown contract extension that popped up right before the draft started?
That's insane, man. $33 million a year, $32 million a year.
3-year, $96 million extension.
Wow.
Yeah, big. I was like, gee, that's a
Wow.
lot. That's a lot. I mean, he's good, but that's a lot of money for a wide receiver. A lot.
Told you he was right. He blew up that combine,
Man.
and that's right up his alley.
Oh, who went?
Chop Robinson.
Chop. Wow.
Oh, from Penn State, right?
That boy ran a 4.47 at 260 pounds, edge rusher. So jump 8, 12, and then like just ridiculous, and a 37-inch vertical or something like.
Man.
Alex, we're not going to fire you. Never, never.
Let's see.
Good for him. Well, not good for us because now Drake May's going to get killed.
Yeah.
And with them losing, what's the boy name that came out of Washington or Oregon, the edge rusher from Miami Dolphins? What is his name? Or UCLA, excuse me. He came out of UCLA. The one that got hurt.
Jalen Phillips?
Yes. Jalen Phillips.
Was he UCLA or was he a Gator?
No, he's UCLA.
That's right.
He's the one that quit football. He's from Miami. He's from Florida, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, but he went to UCLA. And then he retired. So maybe he did transfer to. You're right. He did for that 5th-year thing or whatever. He did go back to Florida. I'm sorry, you are absolutely correct. But he was playing and then he retired out of UCLA though. And then he sat out 2 years and then came back or some crap like that. Because he got injured and he had to re-injured it again. So he was just frustrated, going to get healthy and get his mind right, and saw a sports therapist but yeah, he killed it at the combine. That got him in the first round for sure because he was a French.
So Alex, what do you think about them drafting Alt over a wide receiver, man? I mean, I think
Alex,
Alt's a great pick.
Are you in a quiet space now that you could jump in and we could rehash? Because I'd really love to see the emotional distraught that you're in right now. I'm sure it hasn't cleared yet. I know Alex was really high on getting a wide receiver. So
yeah.
I know, but I want to hear it. I want to hear it. I want to see the emotion. I want to feel the emotion. I don't want to just words on a screen. No. I want to see the raw pain deep inside that's just bursting.
So real quick, is Philly gonna steal like another stud player in the first round for defense again?
Yeah, they'll grab the top corner there.
You know what I mean? They just everybody falls to them. They
I wouldn't be surprised.
Cotter last year, you know what I mean? It's just.
And what you call it the year before that? Jordan
Dean.
Davis. And then Dean.
He was like a 2nd-round pick, I think. But yeah, Jordan Davis. I mean, it's just.
What was the other boy? The other Georgia Red rusher.
Yeah, there's 3 of them, right? So Jordan Davis, Jalen Cotter, and
the boy that ran like a 4.3 or whatever. Crazy.
Was it Devin White or is he Devin White, Alabama?
Yeah, Devin White was LSU.
Yeah.
LSU, that's right.
Let's Alex just jumped into the green room. Let's bring him in and hear what he has to say about the Chargers pick. This is gonna be awesome. Alex Davis.
How's it going?
How you doing?
The Charger fan, the one and only.
The one and only. Here I am.
What's up, man? Tell YouTube Nation. Tell the entire internet. How does it feel to have Joe Alt as your
not gonna lie, it's
tackle?
Not what I would have done. It's not what I've done at all. Had some time to process the pick. Had some time to think about it, but what I've got to go back to is that it fits the scheme that Jim Harbaugh has built his career on. It fits his mentality. It fits his coaching style. I don't love the pick, but I've got to trust in Joe. I've not had any reason to doubt Jim Harbaugh. I don't know. I got to trust in him at this point, so that's where I'm at.
Well, he's a damn good player. I mean,
don't get me wrong. Yeah, he's first-round talent. I think overall on most draft boards, he's a consensus top 3 to 5 pick. He fell to us because of the quarterback rush. Happened early and fast this year. But you look at our receiver room, you got to think, how the hell do we not go receiver? But
yeah. And that's what we were saying as the pick was coming up.
I'm excited to go back and rewatch the stream and see what you guys said live.
Wow, I think there might have been a bit of laughing, but yeah, it was.
I don't know. Travis and I both thought Chargers were going to go alt, and Joe was the wide receiver pick.
Yeah.
So if I was being the honest person, I would have gone alt as well. I would have loved to trade back to get J.C. Latham. I think that he would have been more versatile, and I would love to get some extra draft capital out of it. But at the end of the day, we've got to do what Jim Harbaugh thinks is best. He's running the show now. He's the future of the Chargers organization. He knows who Herbert is. We've seen Herbert operate with minimal receivers. We're about to see it in an even more minimalistic landscape. So it is what it is, I trust him. I'm not happy about the pick, but I'm not a coach. I'm not a GM, so I have to default to his judgment.
So who's Herbert throwing to this year?
Right now it is Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnston, and that's it. That is the extent of our receiving room right now. So we've had some free agents visit, but
who's running the ball?
We've got Gus Edwards from the Ravens. We've got J.K. Dobbins straight off of a season-ending injury. So it's going to be an interesting year.
It's not good. It's not good.
No one expected Super Bowl this year. We always said 24 is going to be a bit of a reset, a bit of a cap casualty year. Losing Mike Williams, we knew that was going to happen. Didn't expect to lose Keenan Allen, but we got some draft capital. But what do you do? You can't be too upset about it. This guy's got a winning culture everywhere he goes. So just got to get on board with it.
You got a damn good player on the offensive line. Now, what that does for Herbert long term, I don't know.
His fantasy stock has gone down. Let me tell you, his fantasy stock is at an all-time low, which is shocking considering the player that he is and the player that we've seen him be.
Right, but you can't. Hold on, Eagles selection.
Oh shit! He took the cornerback
he took the corner. Quinion Mitchell. Yeah, look at that, man. The rich get richer.
Ridiculous, man.
The rich get richer.
I need to go back and look at the first round in totality, but this has been a crazy year from what I've seen. It's been unexpected from what all the analysts thought.
I'm sorry, Alec.
You're good, man. You're good. It's round one. You're allowed to have emotions.
Yeah, you're supposed to.
Exactly, yeah.
Just like John a couple years ago losing Justin Fields and being in tears. Now we got Travis.
Sorry, Travis.
And
Philly stole him again. Philly's defensive picks are just insane. Just insane.
He shouldn't have been there. Let's be fair.
Look at how the Justin Fields, Mac Jones has worked out for both teams. I mean, that's just proof that first-round draft picks are not a certainty, especially at positions like quarterback. It is an unknown every time you roll the dice. And that's
why I wanted the Pats to not draft a quarterback. Honestly, I wanted them to trade out. I wanted them to pile picks and build an O-line and kind of go from there. Shit, you know what? Take Harrison. I would have been happy with Harrison than Drake May, to be quite honest.
You could build off Harrison. That's why if Harrison was there at 4, I would have been through the roof because I think that the Chargers would have drafted him at 5 if he was available. Because you don't pass up generational talent like that.
No.
And that's why, I keep going back to I hope to God that the Chargers see generational talent in this tackle. Building off him and Slater on the edges, I think that you can really build something special. Yep. But time will tell. It's not I said this 2 years in a row now, or excuse me, before last year, 2 years in a row, where we took a tackle and a guard in the first round. It's not sexy picks, but it's something you can build off of. So
Yep. Look at Houston again. Look at Houston's playbook right now.
Yep.
They're doing well.
Old school
Yep.
football, pound it, and then let your quarterback sit back and breathe a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. So, all right, let's flip back here to Travis real quick.
Yeah.
Jaguars are coming up. You just
they're
had your
fixing
heart
already.
ripped out. You just had your heart ripped out. Tell America how you feel.
Arnold? They're going to go Arnold here?
Come on, man.
Or
Just take them at 17. I like the haul they got in, though, but come on. The best
or
man
Cooper.
cover, you say
I think
they're going
did
Terry
Alex
and Arnold.
leave?
I think they're going Arnold too. That's who I got here right now. In this pick, for 22, I had him going actually. Oh wait, no, I had him going to Philly. My bad. I don't have him going here.
Well, because Quinn was supposed to be gone, so Philly probably would have taken Terry.
So that's
on,
why
but-
I had him there. Okay, that's why I had him going to Philly.
But the Jags, like I said, I knew the Jags were going to go point. I didn't see them. I didn't see any of the tackles, the top 3 or 4 making it to them. Because after the run on quarters, I figured tackles would be the next run between that and receiver. So I'm so gutted. Like one pick, like because you traded back.
Right.
If he goes and he's a dog, I'm gonna be so high. But Terrian is the more experienced player. But the way he dominated the Senior Bowl, though, man, I wanted him bad. Ugh. Oh well, we'll see.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the beauty of the draft is you don't know until the next season or the season after that how these players develop and how they react to an NFL environment. It's a completely different game. I mean, especially at a position like cornerback. I mean,
yeah,
you just don't know.
Yeah.
What's up, Nick? How you doing, buddy? Glad to have you on for the first time listening, even though it's not.
Looks like it, Mark. It looks like you're gonna get him.
I'm telling Cardinals are going to take him.
Hey, we all knew that the receiver class was deep. I mean,
Dallas might take him now.
Dallas. Dallas. He's not getting past Dallas. No way.
hey,
Jerry
I'll let
Jones
Howard
is going
on.
to.
Yeah, no, you're right. Jerry Jones will not pass on the sexy pick.
I didn't think the Bowers would get past the top 10. I mean, that's
All right.
talk about generational talent.
Oh.
Here we go. Travis's moment of truth is upon us.
Well, while we're waiting, I'm gonna say that I'm just glad that my what I'm mad about is that the fact that Doug Peterson still hasn't said if he's gonna take over resume the play calling, or remove it from Brett Taylor. That's what I want to happen. And like I said earlier, I am happy about we finally re-signed the player. But now I'm mad again about Mason Mitchell.
Yeah,
But
one short.
we'll see. Arnold just don't have the foot speed, so he's like another Darius to me, but he's just smarter. And with that speed receivers we have in the division.
Yeah, that's a fast division, man.
So
Arnold's pro
real
comp
fast.
is Devin Witherspoon.
okay. Well, if you play like that, then
That's not that bad.
yeah, exactly.
All right, who is it? Tell us.
Oh,
They took
Oh.
him.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations,
and I
sir.
said it. We might.
Yeah.
Mark's gonna shit. Mark's gonna go
Mark.
ballistic. Oh,
Hey, Mark, don't worry. You guys have Curtis Samuel. You're fine.
nice.
You have a
pick,
worse receiver
Travis.
room than the Patriots do, Mark. I'm just
baby,
going to
that's
throw
why
that
they
out
look back.
there.
Now, Travis, tell us all. How upset are you right now?
I'm not.
I
Look at
like
that
that
smile.
pick.
Look at that
I'm not.
smile.
I just didn't.
Man,
I think
isn't
corner's a bigger need. But
football is just a beautiful sport, isn't it? You can go from just cussing, throwing fists to
I still wanted Mitchell
smiling and happy in just 2 picks.
because I didn't see it. But like I'm sure they didn't see him still being there at 23 either. So
Yeah, beautiful pick. Beautiful pick. Trevor Lawrence has got to be happy about that, right?
yeah, deep threat. Yeah, okay.
Mark is Mark is not happy, on the other hand.
Fire.
So what teams' fans are happy at this point? I mean,
Chicago. For
Chicago.
Sure.
I think Chicago should be happy. Yeah.
Minnesota.
Minnesota
I
should
think
be
for
happy.
what happened.
Yep.
They made the best out of it by. I mean, they didn't have the quarterbacks available they thought they were going to see, but
yeah.
So
right, but
and
jumping
trade
back up
and get the other guy they got. So
yeah, that's
hey y'all, I'm gonna hop off, but it's good hearing from y'all. It's good seeing y'all.
Take care, Alex.
Here's the 2024 season, right?
All
Have
right.
a good one, Alex.
Cheers.
Stay safe, buddy.
We'll see y'all
later. All right, yeah, wow. That's a nice pick, man. That is going to go. That is going to go. Trevor Lawrence is not going to be upset about that. Very nice. Very nice.
So where does Dallas go here? I got them going.
Oh, I'm sure they're probably pissed right now because they thought they were taking
probably
Brian Thomas.
I got him taking that D lineman from Illinois. Hold on, let me find my thing.
Oh, I'd rather have Mitchell though, but man, we'll see. Maybe you know we got Darby, so.
Oh, there's my dogs. Hold on, I forgot I let him out.
Man, the emotion, like you said, that's crazy. I was mad, happy.
You go through a roller coaster.
I still want Mitchell. Man, that's crazy. Okay.
Yeah, but that's a nice weapon to add. When you got to pivot, that's how you pivot right there.
Yes,
that's good, and guarantee you stole him from the Cowboys.
Yeah, and in the draft, the other picks we got. So
yeah, probably might have a Cowboys fan coming in here right now. So let's
awesome.
Let's see. Let's bring it in.
No.
All right, here we go. It's got to be Guyton
Cowboys.
Here. It's not us. It'll be super disappointing here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so how do you
no one else are going to take something stupid like an injured running back in the first round right here is probably what's going to happen.
I'm pretty sure you were taking
our only
Thomas.
hope is to trade down and redo the Herschel Walker trade and get 19 draft picks for no reason to try to save the entire franchise. But it's probably not happening.
Here's a capital idea. Jack could take a pay cut.
What about Trey Benson?
Yeah, so with wide receiver kind of taken off here, what are you wanting to see Dallas do?
The unsexy but valuable pick is going with either a center or a tackle because we don't have either at this point. I mean, I think I'm probably going to go out there and try out for center if they don't draft one here soon. So,
okay.
But like Guyton would be super nice here. But they have needs all over the field. So honestly, it's best player available, I guess.
Okay. Which right now is currently sitting, Terry and Arnold on the big board, corner from Alabama. So not bad. Travis, that's a beautiful thumbnail right there. Let's see.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're good. I couldn't let that one go. So Barton would be a decent pick there, but I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Jerry Jones likes the sexy picks. Everybody knows that.
Well, I mean, I could see him trading back and going back for a center and picking up a few extra picks like they did with Fred Beard back in the day, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. So.
Okay. Yeah, the bad thing is who was a team trading up for at this point?
There's not.
Quarterbacks are gone. Wide receivers are gone.
Oh, they're still on the clock. The pick ain't in.
There's still some tackles out there too, but I mean Dallas should be picking a tackle themselves. So
it's just
I had Guyton going probably six picks ago. So
publicity can get right.
I'm not really sure that they've got.
Oh, Dallas is on the clock.
What they're going to try to take here. So
we're going to pick safety. Like, get the fuck out of here. Little bitch.
Terry and Arnold was just going to take right. Put them opposite Diggs. Dollar Johnson.
Yeah, but it would make sense.
You need to finish this.
Who's their center right now?
Eric Woodley.
Who's their best tackle?
I mean, Barton makes sense, honestly.
And James Williams plays both tackles.
Morgan, Morgan from Arizona was who I had kind of just falling to them at the beginning of the draft, but Guyton is who I really wanted them to take, so I'd be good with either one of those.
You'll take anything you'll get. God damn, you need every fucking piece of lineman.
Look, Aaron Rodgers is 47 years old and is smoking a bunch of pot. He ain't doing nothing this year. Calm down, Jets.
He's running for vice president, too.
He is going to run for vice president. When he wins vice president, y'all are going to go 0-16 and draft another quarterback you're going to cut in 2 years.
That's your fucking future president, you fuckers.
Zach Wilson available?
Hey, although I will give the Jets one thing. They have more quarterbacks that are bridge on other teams that they drafted hoping it was the future of their quarterback than any other team in the league.
Hey,
any other team.
Teach them how to do it. And you got to learn from mistakes, you dumbass.
They're gonna be teaching other quarterbacks how to fail in the NFL for decades to come.
In 19
So they traded out. Dallas is Lions are on the clock.
The Lions with the Lions. There we go. That's a trade back for a center right there for sure.
Yeah,
for sure. That's a center.
Carrying on right here.
Yeah.
So that.
Well, they got rid of Johnson.
Well, Dallas.
No,
Dallas no longer has a first round
Johnson
pick.
went back to Philly, right?
No, they just jumped back to the end of the first round.
No, you're thinking about the guy.
They jumped back to 29.
No.
Because
Just updated.
Detroit made it far. I know it's hard to believe, but Detroit actually won a couple of games in the postseason. So
Gardner Johnson.
Yeah.
I thought he was back to Philly.
Cam, jump back on when we hit 29, and we'll see what you guys do.
Hey,
right,
Cooper?
sounds good.
Is it Cooper?
All right, man. We'll see you in a bit.
Yep, bye.
Eugene. Cooper Eugene.
All right. So the Lions jumping up here to take. What did they like so much?
I think a cornerback. Right? Yeah.
That seems.
So I had him drafting Kool-Aid at 29.
But
you still got Cooper DeJean from Iowa too. So I don't know.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean Arnold's still sitting there, second ranked player, 11th overall on the big board, still sitting there at pick 24 on a Lions team that needs defensive help. Like offense, they're pretty damn strong.
Yeah,
they've got to be going defensive side here.
I think they either go D-line or cornerback.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, that's the only move that makes any sense right now. Man, but yeah, Arnold's still sitting there, the 11th best pick in the draft right now, and still on the board, best player. Like that doesn't make much sense. So while we're waiting for
this whole draft hasn't.
I know.
So I clicked on ESPN and in the top line says Cousins shocked by the Penix pick.
Oh yeah, you don't say. Cousins in the entire world is shocked by that pick. So let's see what the pick is in for Detroit. Travis is on mute. I'm going to throw Travis into the green room here for a second while he's on the phone. And this will be an interesting. So what do we got? So we've got – let me jump over here. So we got the Lions on the clock, Green Bay up next, and then Tampa Bay. So we got George in the green room. I'm going to bring George in. He's a big Bucks fan, John. So I warned him about you, and I warned you about him. But once you guys are in the ring, man, it's just try and clean hits above the waist and no cheap shots. All right, let's
deal.
Let's have a little fun. Let's keep it clean. Let's get it on.
Of course.
George, what's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, John? I was waiting for that, man. I was waiting to see what's coming.
Yeah, look at that with the old old school throwback.
The old creamsicle. I like it. The old creamsicle jerseys.
Yeah.
That's right. Hey, this is the 10-year anniversary from Mike Evans, so I got to rep it.
Damn. Still balling out.
That's right.
Yeah,
hey, I'm out here biting my nails, though. I want that corner for Tampa. I don't think the Lions are going to take him. They just got Davis
so?
from us.
Now, which one do you think they're going to take, though? Because you got Kool-Aid and you got, what's his face?
Arnold.
Arnold, yeah.
I'm hoping to take Arnold. But honestly, I won't be surprised if they go with a center and go with Johnson. But I would love to have Arnold on the team.
Oh, yeah, from Oregon, yeah.
From Oregon, yeah. But Arnold will be a game changer. And we just lost Carlton Davis to the Lions on a trade. So that's what I'm thinking why the Lions are not going to pick him. He might fall out last. That'd be awesome.
Let's see.
I'm waiting for that pick.
Nervously. Arnold gone.
Arnold's gone.
They took Arnold.
So they have to be going to get some Baker Mayfield some love. I know you love him over there, but
yeah,
I know he's your favorite.
You can't like Baker Mayfield. You can't.
Listen, I'm in Cleveland now, so I gotta support Baker, even though I'm a Tampa Bay fan now. So he did well.
You know what? So this is what my fear was when like free agency started and all the, of course, Patriots are linked to everybody and Joe sends me something. He's like, "Hey man, the Pats are linked to Mayfield." I said, "Stop." I wouldn't be able to be a Patriots fan. I would stop. I would 100% stop. That's how much I hate Baker Mayfield.
There's no way you have not taken Baker Mayfield over the last quarterback you guys got. Like Baker has a lot.
You know
of
what?
swag,
I'm not gonna lie. The team would have been better, but I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
That's how much I hate Mayfield.
Listen, I at first I wasn't sure, but he came to Tampa after Tom Brady. He had some swag. He put Mike Kevin back in the lights again. I mean, he's always been balling, but now this year he had a little more of a swag to himself. I mean, he did well though. He really energized that whole team, and it was kind of a good transition from Tom Brady. I mean, when you have the GOAT in your team, I mean, any quarterback coming in, it's going to be a challenge. But he kind of stood tall and made it happen though. So I honestly, I'm kind of a Baker supporter right now because of what he did.
So didn't you think though, as a Tampa fan, you guys should have did better last year in that division, right? So I thought so. I thought that division was a joke. I didn't know how Mayfield actually had a good year. I'll say that. I just hate him. So I mean that's where it goes. But I thought Tampa would run through like Atlanta and Carolina. I mean they should have, and it was just so close. And I don't understand the Penix pick for Atlanta. I think they could have gotten a lot better right off the bat. That's insane. But I mean, Atlanta's probably the top team with you guys behind them, obviously. But New Orleans is a tough game. You know what I mean? Always a tough game. And Carolina, they're 3-4 years away, I think, from, they need more help than I think New England does on offense, to be quite honest. But
and probably another quarterback.
Yeah.
I think it's always tough when you have division teams, right? So, but I mean, Atlanta's always been a good team in the sense they've been building for a long time. It's just they're going to be a great team here soon, right? They're just missing a couple of pieces. In Tampa Bay, honestly, we had a lot of great guys who were just been part of the Super Bowl era. That it was time for them to kind of leave, like Carlton Davis, Barrett, So now, but if you think about it, Tampa Bay is not that far out from actually still kind of being competitive and actually maybe even to the ship again because all we're missing is a couple players. And this
well, you guys got a good defense. You do. I like Tampa's D. And obviously Evans and Godwin and Rashid White. I mean, that's
Rashid White. That's my boy, ASU.
Oh man. I mean, the only thing that's going to hurt you is Baker Mayfield.
No, I don't say that. Don't say that.
I'm sorry, man. You seem like a cool guy, but I hate him. I'm not wishing you well. I mean, I'm not wishing you like bad things. But I hope Mayfield's terrible. I do. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Well,
I
feel
bad because you seem like a really nice guy.
That you hate Baker so much. This guy has. He's done great. He had Cleveland. It was a tough location, and he did okay there until he got hurt. He went to Tampa. It was a tough challenge up to Tom Brady. He's done well there. I mean, the guy has he has not done bad whatsoever, though. I think it's just, that's the way of doing business.
He hasn't, and to be quite honest, man, what I think it is I've been on a thread for probably 5 or 6 years on Facebook, and this guy just talks Mayfield up, and it made me hate him. I didn't like him or dislike him before, but a good friend of mine made me hate him, and now it's just like, every time I see him, I just cringe. And I feel bad because he's probably a great person. If I met him, I bet you. I mean, he could probably kick the shit out of me too. He's probably a lot bigger than me, but
there's no going back though.
No,
He
there
brings
is.
excitement to the team, though.
What's that?
He brings excitement to the team, though. That
I mean, last year, him and Evans, man, that was a connection. They had chemistry right from the start. And I'll tell you what, if Evans can stay healthy and Mayfield doesn't let those silly mistakes hurt him. That's the thing about Mayfield too. As good as he is, man, every now and then, not so much last year, there's that costly interception when he shouldn't have thrown it, and it hurts the team from coming back. And it's just, if he can stop that, I think it's going to be you guys in Atlanta, obviously. And honestly, you guys against Atlanta, that'd be kind of a fun game to watch. Really will.
I mean, I'm gonna go with my team, obviously, but you're right though. If he plays like he played last year, he keeps being consistent. We got a great shot. And here's the pick that you guys got to keep an eye on. Jordan Whitehead's back with Tampa Bay. Yes. Jordan Whitehead with Winfield is a deadly combination. I hate it when he went to the Jets. I'm so glad he came back to us. I know for you didn't, but for me, I hate it. I liked it. He's an awesome player. He brings that fear factor to our defense. And I just can't wait to see him come back to that team with our head coach, who's a defense masterpiece, and just kind of puts that Tampa Bay defense back in the light again.
And the free safeties who Winfield, right? Is it and what's Winfield, right? Free safety, safety next to him, yeah. I mean, that's a good pairing, right? So when he came back, I mean, didn't they play together before too? Winfield's been there a while, right?
Yeah, he was. So they played together with Super Bowl era when they actually won Super Bowl.
Yes.
And then the year after that, the contract piece was, we were cap issues, and then he went to the Jets. And I didn't follow him to Jets though. I know we missed him in Tampa Bay. He was really good. He's just a Tampa for life. That's what it is. He couldn't be really good in cold weather.
I think it was just the cost. Like it was just too much to bring him back.
I believe it.
Our cap was a little too restrained. It was too restrictive. We couldn't afford to bring him back again. So
I wonder who's hopefully get a cornerback to go with Jamel Dean. And then with those two guys back there, I mean, we can have some really strong defense right now.
Well, I'll tell you what, even if Green Bay goes corner here, you guys can still get a really good cornerback.
Yes, we can. Who they have?
So how is that dude from Iowa not drafted yet? I thought he was like, what's his name? Cooper, right? Yeah. You got him. You got Kool-Aid. You got that other dude from Clemson. What's his name? Wiggins. I can't remember his first name.
No, Green Bay went offensive tackle.
Oh, man.
Jordan Morgan, Arizona.
I had Tyler Guyton going to Green Bay.
So this is going to be
it's either going to be Cooper. I'm still going to go corner or we're going to go O-line again. Honestly, I wouldn't be mad either way, though. Because if we give an O-line, we need to kind of strain that O-line for Baker to give him some more time out there in the pocket. I'm okay with Johnson. I am okay with Johnson.
Man. I'll tell you what, I still think Rashid White he's going to be another like third round fantasy draft pick that just scores points. Like he's one of those
Travis
guys.
Is ready to come back, Joe.
Okay. Let's see.
I'm gonna find out what we haven't seen a lot of running backs come out of the draft either, though.
Yeah, they said probably day 2, right?
Yeah, there was no day 1 running backs from what everybody said. Jonathan Brooks is the top guy, but
talking like day 2 at least.
His pro comp is Aaron Jones on here. So good running back.
Green Bay let him go. That's stupid. I still don't get that either.
Pretty crazy.
I don't think they got a lot better.
No, because they're another team that they're weird with their running back usage.
Yeah.
Right? Like Aaron Jones was fantastic, and what's his name there as well? Who's the other guy with tree trunks for legs?
Dillon.
Dillon.
Not Corey Dillon, obviously, but it's Dillon.
AJ Dillon.
AJ, yeah, from Boston College.
Who John?
Boston College, baby.
Yeah, who me and you like pound the table constantly. Why is he not getting the rock? You know?
I think they let
I don't
Aaron
know.
Jones walk because of injury prone. He's always injured. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think that was the final straw. Like when he is playing, he's great, but he's often injured. So I think that's why they let him walk for the money they were giving him, or he was wanting.
Is that in? We
Pick is in.
Come on, baby. Let me get that.
Who are they taking? Wow.
While we're waiting, I got some insight on the pick, the Atlanta Falcons pick.
Okay.
From an insider, and they were saying that wasn't the GM, that was Arthur Blank.
Of course,
I said
was.
I said it.
Yeah.
Of course, it was.
Breaking news. You heard it here first. It was Arthur Blank. Oh man, that dude can ruin a football game like nobody's business. Well, unless you're a Patriots fan. Otherwise, that dude, he's a curse. He is a walking curse for that team.
And that's great for me though, because that means they can pull apart with there while Tampa Bay continues to run their show.
Yep. Yeah, if they would have added
Why
Turner,
would he do that?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
You could have taken your second round pick, paired it with a fourth, and moved up into the first round to take him. He'd probably still be there. But by them taking him, they forced everybody else to draft a quarterback early that wasn't going to. He would have still been there right now.
Actually, you know why he did it? Because he's a billionaire. That's why. And he can
Well,
do it.
I'm telling you, between the Saints, the Broncos, and the Vikings, there was a lot of needy quarterback needy teams that he was rumored. And Oakland loved him. The Raiders loved him. So he wouldn't have been there for too far back.
God, that is.
Yeah,
I mean, need to look up and see how old he is.
The Raiders probably, that would have definitely been a spot where he could have gone. But man, to go 8 to a team that they don't need a quarterback. You address the quarterback. You don't need one. Take one in the 5th round. Like, stupid.
Yeah. If you want to develop somebody, take a Jordan Travis or somebody like that, or
let
even
him
Joe
sit
Milton.
behind Cousins. Let him
Joe
sit
Milton.
behind Cousins. Yes.
Yep.
I'm hoping the Jets grab him later on.
Who, Travis?
I like him. If we didn't have Mac, I would have definitely clamored for him.
Yeah, let him sit behind Rodgers for a couple years and develop into something. But we'll see. Man, this pick's taking a long time to come in.
Sure is.
Maybe he's got a really hard name and they've got to work on pronouncing it.
Well, they're doing a trade and dropping and going back for more picks. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that too.
Well, the pick is already in. The pick's in.
Yeah, they gotta make a good selection.
Who's it gonna be?
When they drop the hats off there, he's probably like, what do I need a Falcons hat at the house for?
Right.
Even he said, he goes, I don't need a Falcons hat.
Right. He threw that one away. He had to dig through the garbage. There was a banana peel stuck to the top of it. He's just, throwing it
Mom,
out as
put
fast
that
as
in
he
the
can.
trash for tomorrow.
And that other
need that
game
hat.
we were talking about, the Philly grab, was Nolan Smith.
Nolan Smith, that's right. Talk about drafting a defense and just players falling to you.
And it falls to them. It's crazy.
Every year, man, they get like the best player because of whatever reason. And it's just like they pay their offense. I mean, they have to pay these guys 1 year, but that's why they can give, Smith and Brown these freaking I mean, look who they paid. Smith, Brown, Hurts. Yeah. They paid Barkley. I mean, I know he didn't get $30 million, $25 million a year, but they still paid him.
But they still have Saquon Barkley.
That's what I mean. I mean, look at that
not
offense
fair.
and defense. If they don't win a Super Bowl, what do you do next year?
Right.
There's a couple teams like that if Jets are like that. They don't win, Salah's going. They're not keeping him anymore.
Right. Right. You're blowing the whole thing up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah. But with the Eagles, there's so much money
Who
tied
did
to
you want?
players at this point. You can't.
Tampa Bay?
Oh, Tampa.
Yeah.
George, who'd you want to go? Who's your guess?
Oh, a center, right? Is that a pick?
You going center?
Yep.
Yep. He went center?
Yeah, it was center.
Graham
There we go.
Barton.
I'll take that.
Graham Barton.
I'll take that. I
Nice.
thought it might have been Johnson, but I'll take Brandon. It's a good pick.
Yeah.
You give Baker some time in the line. You let him kind of just look at Mike Evans or Godwin. It's game over. Goodbye, Atlanta. They're not even in the same level.
Right.
So
right.
that's great. And then you got White to give him some time to kind of run. Because the kid has a lot of speed, a lot of skills, but he gives you some time to kind of spread those spread that lane. So I like this pick. It's a safe pick, but
he doesn't look very big.
Yeah, he's not. He's 313.
Wow.
Doesn't even look that big though, to be honest.
No, he really doesn't. I mean, that's surprising.
He's coming to Tampa. He
Jesus.
has plenty of rice and beans and Cuban sandwiches. We'll get him right.
I mean, he is big. It's just he didn't look at playing lacrosse. He must have went down to like 250 to play lacrosse or something.
Maybe. He looks small, yeah. But he looks real frail.
Oh, that's good. That's a great pick.
Hey, you know what? If you're a center and you're athletic enough to play lacrosse, like that's not an easy thing to do.
Correct.
That's a fast game. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. That's a good pick.
With Winston in the line, and you have Haney out there too as well. Now Haney can kind of move to the side as well and kind of strain that line because we took a blow back in 23. So this is going to be great for the line. It's going to be great for the team. So I'm excited. It's going to be good, guys.
Good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, that's and that just makes me want to draft Rashid White just a little bit more there in that second or third round, man. He's a steal.
There we go.
Flying by the picks. Cardinal already made their selection.
He's a steal.
There we go.
Nice.
All right, fellas. I got to go to Tampa tomorrow, so I'm gonna jump off real quick and celebrate at home. I'm driving there from Cleveland, so I get to celebrate live in the city.
That's a long drive, man. Be safe.
Yeah,
all right, guys. Be good. Good show.
All right. Take it easy, bro.
Same here, guys. Bye, John.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Did y'all see who they picked? The Cardinals pick?
Cardinals selection, Darius Robinson. Edge.
Mm-hmm. They called out D tackle, though. So do they run a 3-4 still?
Oh.
I
thought
know.
they went to 4-3 because they moved Golden to the outside linebacker edge. Not Golden, more from Tulsa. Whatever that linebacker from Tulsa name is.
All right, bringing Mark up. Mark is on the clock. Let's go. Coming up, there he is.
It's showing
What's up,
still
bud?
a 4-3.
All right. So Mark's been in the chat. He wanted a wide receiver. He lost his wide receiver to Travis. Where do we go now, Mark? Where do we go?
I mean, there's options out there. I don't want AD. I really don't.
Travis is looking at you sideways.
Personally, I wouldn't mind, dropping back a couple picks, picking up like Ladd McConkley. He's had a couple visits with us. Do we go one of the Xaviers? I mean, possibly. Worthy, is he worth the 28th, or do you drop back a couple more for him? I don't know. There's I was really hoping for Brian Thomas, but obviously that didn't pan out. So
no, Travis, that did not pan out, did it?
Not at all.
Well,
the
good thing is you still have Curtis Samuel, so don't worry about it.
We still have a better wide receiver core than you'll ever have with you.
I don't think so, man.
All you have, John, is number 3s. That's all you'll ever have.
Yeah, but what is Curtis Samuel? He's like a number 3.5.
He's a 2 with a good quarterback, which Allen is a top 5 quarterback.
I mean, that's to be determined. That is. I mean, he'll make them better
if he stays healthy. That's the problem with him.
Let's see here, Mr. Samuel. So he's never had over 6 touchdowns, and that was 6 years ago. So,
Now,
you guys
to be fair,
look at who he's had in Carolina and in Washington. Look who he's had throwing to him.
Yeah, he hasn't had good wide receivers, but he
Buffalo
also hasn't been
traded the
able to stay
pick
on the field. Buffalo's off the clock.
to Kansas City. Yep.
Oh,
Kansas City swiping in and taking AD. They're gonna have the fastest receiver in football again.
Jesus.
I knew we were gonna.
They may go
there's
get
no
Xavier.
one. There was
Or
no
AD.
one
I can
there
see
really
or even
worth.
Keon. I'll take AD over Keon though right now.
Yeah, I think I would too.
I wouldn't mind Keon. He is. I mean, from what I've heard, is he's a little raw. You know, needs a little bit of work, but
yeah.
I wouldn't mind him in the early second.
What I think is strange is Keon Coleman's pro comp is Drake London, who was the first wide receiver taken in the draft his year. And he's the 10th. He's the 10th rated wide receiver this year. That's kind of I don't know what that says. Either this class is phenomenal and the 10th best guy is as good as Drake London was, or somebody's sleeping on Coleman.
No, the comp is very accurate. I love the comp actually. Like you said, route running, he doesn't run the full route tree, but he's gonna make the catch. You put the ball near him, he's gonna make the catch. So I think that's key, especially for a guy like Josh Allen. Losing that he's a Gabe Davis replacement. Be perfect.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6'3", 213 is that's a nice wide receiver to have.
And Gabe Davis doesn't have the greatest 40 time, but he ran past people. He has football speed, just like just like Keon does. So I like the pick if that's where Dallas or Bills go though.
I'm sorry, but I think teams put way too much stock in the combine. Like who gives a shit how fast you could run in shorts? Who cares how far you could jump standing there in tennis shoes? Who cares how high you could jump standing still? Like that's not football. Like show me how you could move. Show me how fluid you are. Show me how fast you can recover from, when a wide receiver jukes you. Can you close the gap or are you burned for good? Show me those types of things. John, I've complained about it for years with Mekhi Becton, and everybody fell in love with Mekhi Becton because he ran the fastest 40 time of any offensive tackle in football history. Who gives a shit how fast an offensive tackle can run? I don't need him to run. I need him to stay exactly where he's supposed to stand and not let anybody move him. Like that's your job. I don't need you 40 yards downfield, and I don't care if you can run faster than the running backs can. I need you to stop the guy that's trying to kill the quarterback.
Remember when Miami drafted Ted Ginn?
Yes. Yeah, like 6th or something like that.
I was like, come on. Really? You know what I mean? I'm just like, come on, man.
And he was terrible. Terrible. God. Yeah, he was fast. He could run in a straight line, but that was about as good as he was.
Everybody adopted the Raiders way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speed.
Mm-hmm.
Stupid. No. But yeah, I mean, so Kansas City has to be going wide receiver here, right?
Well, after the Rice debacle, they have to.
Absolutely.
Right. That is so unfortunate for him. So unfortunate.
Well, never mind. I'll just leave it at that. Well,
terrible decisions. Just an absolutely terrible decision, man.
Well, let's go back to the original. Why? What round was he drafted in? Was he a 3rd round pick?
I don't know if he's 3rd or 4th.
Yeah,
because he came out of SMU, right?
Why is he leasing a Lamborghini? Like, can somebody talk some sense into this kid and be like, you don't have the money to lease a Lamborghini? Like, yeah, that's problem number one.
Second round, pick 55 on SMU. Good call there.
All right, so almost 3rd round.
So Chiefs got the 20th pick, a 4th and a 7th, and the Bills got the 32nd, the 3rd and the 7th.
Ooh.
So they swapped to the 7.
So they added one, yeah.
Moved up around and went back 4 picks. Not bad.
Well, unless they take the wide receiver that the Bills could use, but I
Which,
think John
absolutely.
Yeah,
And they jumped in
John,
front of Dallas to
okay.
get it too. So Dallas is getting screwed twice.
Yeah.
And they probably thought like, oh, we'll get our guy.
Yeah. This is I love being able to equate everything to the Jets, but a couple years ago when they drafted Denzel Mims and kept trading back in the second round and missed on every wide receiver available for Denzel Mims. That's what's going to happen here. Just keep watching the wide receivers come off the board. Then you're going to be like, yeah. Right. Just throw a dart and be like, just give me Roman Wilson out of Michigan. What? It's going to be awesome. Why are my kids still awake? It's 8:30. Oh. You guys got to move to the West Coast. It's better.
That's awesome.
Only 8:30, and we're coming up right here. Chief selection's coming in.
This draft flew by, though. I wasn't expecting it.
I know.
I thought we'd still have at least another hour.
Exactly.
But it doesn't look like it. So let's see.
This will be over by midnight. I'm actually going to be able to get about 4 hours of sleep before I have to get off of work. It's going to be kind of nice. I'm too old to be getting 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah. Are you back on day shift?
What's that?
Are you back working day shift? Or are you still on?
Oh, I have been,
shift?
yeah.
See, we take 3 months off, and look, everything changes. Yeah. Well, good. I'm glad to have you back.
I told you. They did it.
What'd they go with? Let's see.
You'll hear. I'll let you hear it. I don't want to tell you.
There's a wet puddle spot.
Okay, tell Mama. Xavier Worthy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
When they trade, I'm like, that's got to be who they're like. To replace Tyreek.
Yeah.
Number 8 position rank, 34th overall. What's his comp? Let's see if it shows.
He's kind of a big dude. He's like 6'1". I didn't think he was that tall.
Mm-hmm. That's when he's taller, but he's lighter than Tyreek. He's real slight. He's only 170 something.
Yeah. Deshaun Jackson is his comp.
I could see that. Nice comp.
Yeah. So he will have one game a year where he puts up 175 yards and 16 games where he puts up 45 yards. If it's Monday Night Football, start him in fantasy. Otherwise, forget about it. All right, we got Dallas back on the clock.
I mean, any wide receiver, when you're drafted by the Chiefs, you must just be like, I just struck gold. You know what I mean? I just found gold, man.
I stepped to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
And
Mahomes just makes everybody better.
Kelsey's going to eat in the middle, so you can't, the safeties can't cheat to the outside to cover him because then Kelsey will eat you in the middle.
I'll be curious to see if Rice gets like a full year ban, and he's going to get something, right? Think so?
Yeah. Because he didn't nobody was severely injured, right?
No, but he left the scene.
And that's why they're going to give him 6 instead of 4. I think
probably.
Yep. Because what he did, most people have done, and they got 4. So I'm thinking 6, maybe 8 at most, but yeah, not a full year. No. Ray Rice didn't even get a full year.
No, but I was thinking, is he going to get a year because of the Ruggs accident? And I know it's different, but speeding, etc., people in the car causing an accident. I mean, Ruggs killed somebody, so completely different. So, I mean,
and was drunk as hell. Right.
Right. Which I don't know if Rice was drunk. That it's say. I mean, I like the guy. I hope he doesn't get destroyed for it, but at the same time, hopefully he learns from it. You know what I mean? And just doesn't make the same mistake again. Because, I mean, there's a guy that is on a team. I mean, look at him last year. He almost 1,000 yards. He played well once he started playing.
All of these are like that.
They nailed it.
Cowboys pick is in.
Yep.
So this is number, 29? Yeah, 29, right?
Yeah, flying by, man. This is the fastest draft.
I like it, man. I do because
it shouldn't take this long to make a pick. you don't need 15 minutes to make a pick.
Hey, Tyler Guyton. I had him going 30 to Baltimore, so I get some more points for that in my draft thing.
And Travis has given us a thumbs up on it. He likes it.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
It's just hilarious at this point. So that's a nice pick for Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Really good pick.
God, look at that.
We'll see if our Dallas fan jumps back in or not, but good pick. Former tight end. Huh.
Mm-hmm. At TCU.
Yeah, nice. That's a good pick. Now we got Baltimore on the clock. I'm sure they're going to
6'7", 322. That's just big.
Yeah.
Look at him.
And he can
he
move.
has good hands too. You know what I mean? Look at that.
Yeah.
Patriots don't even have a receiver that can catch like that.
Yeah. So we'll see. The Ravens are another team. I feel like kind of like the Eagles, like just good players fall in their lap. But I mean,
you got cornerbacks right here. You got. I mean, the pick is in already. They're not. Wow, I like this, man. They're not wasting any time.
Right.
So who'd the Ravens lose?
They
lost Queen, right? Patrick Queen left.
Mm-hmm.
He went to what?
He went to the
Steelers, right? So
that's your
huge hole at. I love Patrick Queen, man. I absolutely loved him out of LSU a few years back.
They have somebody else I thought they brought in. They brought another inside linebacker in.
Did they?
Mm-hmm, they did in free agency.
So it says their needs are edge, corner, and guard. Top three needs. So you've got Cooper DeJean from Iowa,
which is a lot of people
90 grade
projected him here around this time.
Yeah, overall rank of 19, third best corner on the big board, and a 90 overall grade. So
can't think who's left on the edge. So yeah, I definitely see Cooper going here.
I feel like that's kind of the easy pick.
It's a Baltimore pick too, because of what he does.
Yeah. Right.
Coming out of Iowa, just plays everything, plays smart team defense.
If we can, if you don't mind me saying it, a white cornerback, like is that?
Well, they project him to be a safety, a hybrid, so he'll be a slide slash.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, that's why he went this late, because nobody. He says he wants to play corner, but nobody wants to put him on corner.
Yeah. Well, we don't want this. We don't want the streak of no white corners stopping now.
Wow. The Kool-Aid McKinstry is still out there too, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
So it could be Kool-Aid.
That's a Baltimore pick.
Yes, that is.
That's okay. Yes, you're right.
Yeah,
you're
McKinstry.
right.
I forgot Kool-Aid. I thought he was gone. Because they showed him in the room earlier when got picked.
Yeah.
When Dallas went.
What do you think about?
I forgot about him. Like,
what do you think about Derrick Henry going to Baltimore?
I love it.
Yeah,
I do too. I love it.
I feel like that's a team that's had everything except a running game, even though they've done a good job, like piecing together a running game, but they've never had anybody that they could really like. They've never had a Derrick Henry.
Are you cold?
Not since Ray Rice. or Jamal Lewis before that, right? But I don't want to say never, right? But not in the last, what's it been, 10 years since they've had like a name at running back? And it's Derrick Henry. Like, that's going to take such pressure off Lamar Jackson. That's going to be insane. So.
Wow, forgot about him too.
Who?
Nate Wiggins from Clemson.
Oh. Okay.
That's not a Baltimore pick though.
No.
Because he's not a tackler.
No.
That's not a normal. But remember, Whatchamacallit is gone though. Ozzie Smith or whatever his name is, Smith.
Yeah.
He's not the GM anymore, so they might be changing up. But that's not a Ravens pick to me.
Ozzie Newsome.
He's not a good tackler.
Oh. All right, San Francisco on the clock, and then Buffalo, right? Close it out.
Yes, sir.
So San Francisco needs a tackle, a corner, a wide receiver.
Kool-Aid in San Francisco, maybe? That'd be interesting.
Or even Cooper, too, still.
From Cooper, yeah.
Yeah. Or with all of the stuff going on with Brandon Ayuk, do they look to grab a wide receiver here? And then they could trade Ayuk.
Well, from what the GM said, Lynch said the other day, I don't think that's going to happen.
Yeah. But there's still some wide receivers there.
I don't know. We were talking earlier. I don't understand why you're paying Kittle and not Ayuk. I don't get it.
Well, he was in the doghouse there for a year, so maybe he wants out of there. I don't know. I mean, again, another ASU guy, awesome player, but as long as the Patriots don't draft ASU guys, they turn out pretty good in the NFL.
Yeah, don't remind me.
It's too bad you had to ruin my boy.
You know what though? He didn't play well anywhere else, so I'm just gonna throw it out there that was just not a good football player, man. Not in the NFL. Yeah. I think he took his size for granted, and
hard to believe, but Travis agrees.
I'm so sorry.
All right. So if you're San Francisco here, which way, if John Borman is actually John Lynch in this case, how is he drafting?
Where am I going here? I'd probably go cornerback, to be quite honest. Okay. And quite honestly, I'd probably go Kool-Aid right here. I would.
Okay. I could see him being a Buffalo pick too.
Could be, yeah.
I could see that. It's not the wide receiver that Mark wants, but it feels like a player that would fit there. But I think, they'd have to go with – they are going to be pushed to wide receiver, I think. But
they may try and trade back. It's still because, I mean, when you got Cooper and Keon and AD together, they may try and either go back further if they got equal grades and don't think they're not crazy about them.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love to see the Pats jump in right now and get a corner, to be quite honest, or even a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Grab AD right here, New England. I'll be impressed if you do that.
Yeah.
But we don't do shit like that. We just Patriots probably packed up 4 hours ago and said, you know what, I'm out.
Yeah.
I think I'm out.
Bill Belichick's Shiba Inu's drafting at the kitchen table there.
No, he's actually on the what's called it show.
Yeah, I saw he's on the Pat McAfee show.
Pat McAfee. I couldn't think his name. Wow.
Yeah. Which, I mean, this show's better. Who wants to listen to Bill Belichick? Ugh. God, just, hey, Bill, what do you think about the draft so far? Yeah, it's a draft. I guess it's going pretty
No, he's actually talking a lot earlier. That's what I was watching at the beginning for the first 5 picks.
Traitor.
Traitor.
I was on here too.
I know. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. The pick is in. I was going to say they ran that clock down.
Yeah.
I thought they were trying to trade out. They probably were trying to trade out, and everybody's like, I'm not trading up for, third quarterback. Let's see. So it's, like the next best rated wide receiver is Xavier Leggett out of South Carolina. His pro comp is Jonathan Mingo. Like, that's not a good sign when the fifth rated wide receiver on the big board is the best comp is Jonathan Mingo.
You'd rather just not write something then. You know what I mean? Comp NA.
Pro
just NA.
Pro comp, average wide receiver.
Yeah.
I seen him on a YouTuber where they were saying he was used very similar to Debo.
Well, if they put that comp up there, that would be nice. But
because he made plays out of the backfield, lines up in the backfield a lot. So I was like, okay, but he's just not as big and obviously not as Debo-ish. So
yeah, 6'1", 221.
Got to. Oh, is he that big? Wow.
That's what the number. That's what the website says. We'll see.
That's probably. I mean, I knew he was because what is Debo? Ain't he like 219?
Probably, yeah.
I thought Debo was bigger, but maybe that's why his comp is. The dude said his comp should be more Debo instead of Mingo. But
221 ran a 4.39. So good speed, averages 17.7 yards per catch. Yeah.
Debo just looks bigger than 6 feet tall when he's out in the field, though.
He does.
And I don't know if it's because he's so quick and his legs move so fast. And I don't know, but he looks a lot bigger than 6 feet tall.
Yeah. Yeah, it's weird. All these comps when I'm looking through this. So Leggett is Jordan Mingo, Mitchell, George Pickens, Lad McConkey, Jordan Addison, Ricky Purcell, Tyler Boyd, and then Keon Coleman, Drake London. Why? How is that? How is Keon Coleman so far down the board and comped to Drake London when the guy 2 spots ahead of him is comped to Jordan Addison? Like, I'd rather have Drake London on my team than Jordan Addison.
Addison balled out for many. I like Addison.
And there goes Ricky.
Yeah, exactly. That was crazy.
What?
Wow.
Ricky Pearsall.
Oh.
Really?
Yes.
That's
okay. Maybe Ayuk is.
Yeah. I got the position right.
That's who you went after, though?
Exactly. Well, he's a slot receiver. Maybe Ayuk is going to be out of there.
So now they're on the phones trying to trade Ayuk.
Yep.
For some.
And now Ayuk's like, you better get rid of me now.
Yeah. So yeah, Pearsall's comp is Tyler Boyd.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Not as tall.
6'1", 189.
And Tyler Boyd 6'3"?
I think he's 6'3", 6'4". He's tall.
Jesus,
he's a big
what a catch. And he got destroyed.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's not afraid to run down the middle, is he?
At all. No. He's a
but
beast.
Boy, that may be a fault to it in the NFL, you know what I mean?
Yeah, go
that
across
may be
the
a
middle.
fault.
Go ahead. Yeah, come.
Fearless, man. I mean, he doesn't even look at when he's getting hit. I mean, his first reaction is eye on the ball, but first time like someone destroys him to cross the middle.
Oh,
Buffalo
Carolina.
Traded back again.
Buffalo's out.
Yep.
Wide receiver here?
Well, Carolina moved up one.
Carolina. What would Carolina be coming up for?
That they
another receiver, A.D. Mitchell.
Has to be.
Where are they?
They'll go Lad McConkey.
Kool-Aid, or maybe Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid, maybe. Yeah.
So Buffalo has the first pick tomorrow.
And then the Patriots got number 2.
Patriots have 2.
But God, Carolina needs so much offensive help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So much.
Is that the third trade? Is that the third trade we were waiting for? No. We got a lot of trades, right?
Yeah.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades.
I wonder who it is. It has to be AD.
Has to be, right? Well, that's what we probably would have thought had.
Because Buffalo needed a receiver, so you think that's why they skipped him or jumped him. Because
why would you move one pick?
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean?
Yeah. Well, the big reason is you get the 5th-year option with the first round.
Yeah.
So you have to be looking at.
Well,
you
Buffalo
have to be looking.
Might have wanted them.
Yeah, but to jump back up into the first, if you're grabbing a wide receiver
and the 6th, and they get a 5th.
I would think. What'd they give up?
The 6th, or excuse me, the 2nd and 5th round pick this year, and the Panthers got 32, and then the 6th round pick from the Bills.
Yeah. I mean that's the only reason you could be climbing up one spot is because you want the 5th round option, which means it's probably a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what the Ravens did for Lamar years ago. So,
yeah, you move
Travis,
up.
I'll never forget that, man. I thought the Patriots were going to take him. Me and my youngest son Justin, I'll never forget it. Was sitting there watching the draft, and I'm like, we are going to get Lamar Jackson. And then when they jumped up, I'm like, you've got to be shitting me, man. How did we not take him? I was so pissed off.
Yep.
Oh, thank God for that.
God, can you imagine if they went from Brady to Lamar? Dear God.
No.
Ugh.
No. But would Lamar have played well under Belichick?
I don't think so.
Probably not, and it's probably good that we probably would have gotten rid of him, and he would have went somewhere and excelled anyways. But
like Zach Wilson's ability.
Let's not compare Zach and Lamar. Come on now, Joe. Let's be careful.
It's actually almost equal all the way across the board.
Minus the 2 MVPs. You know the athletic. Well, I shouldn't say athleticism because Zach is athletic.
Yeah. To be fair, I'm a few beers in, so
Lamar's smart, Zach isn't. How about that?
Yeah. He's good looking.
He's good.
Ugly.
You're not very attractive.
It's a receiver.
Oh
but
boy.
It's not who you think it is.
Not who we think it is. The pick is in. And how do you have yep. Well, he's the next rated guy on the big board.
But they could have got him at 30
right. Why?
33.
It's so weird.
Yeah. Mark didn't come back on the show, but 4 hours for work. See, you guys got to move off the East Coast.
I'm so confused. What a weird. So here's
Mark,
the good thing.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
If the Patriots want a quick receiver, I don't know. We'll see tomorrow.
Well, it's probably wide receiver to start.
Or Kool-Aid to the Patriots. I'll take that. We need.
The Patriots need stuff everywhere. So
yeah, so it doesn't matter. Take the best player available and just be done with it.
Yeah. So that's interesting. Well, that's 3 hours, 33 minutes. That's a wrap. That's crazy. That was fast. I feel like I don't know what time do we usually end? Is it after midnight?
Oh yeah, usually.
It seems like it, yeah. I thought it
12:30.
went really quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Fire bean. Poor Mark. Mark, just think about it. You're going to be better than New England. Well, you should be. I still think we have a better receiving room than you do. I just think we do. I think the Bills receiving, the wide receivers are an absolute train wreck. Ours are a train wreck too, but we don't have Josh Allen. If I was Josh Allen, I had that receiving room, I'd be pissed.
Yeah. Bills have it at tight end. I don't know if they have a wide receiver. So
no.
Yeah. But I mean, Mark, you're gonna look good in third place. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're gonna look great in third place. No. Circle the wagons right around that number 3.
Circle the wagons.
That's where you're gonna live, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you what, fellas.
All right.
I'm gonna roll because 4:30 comes really quick, and once again, fun show, man. Love being on the draft with you guys, and just a really good time, man. So
yes.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and before we go, I just got to say, whenever this loads up, it'll play, but because everything's running super slow. But it's been fun. Again, 4 years, and I'm looking forward to next year as well.
Yeah.
So,
already.
Big 5-year show next year, of course. But I love doing this with you guys. It's
You're
a
still
blast.
here. It's over.
There it goes.
Go home.
Yeah.
Have a good night, gentlemen.
Have a good night. And
all right, good night, fellas.
We'll be back to do some fantasy stuff. And of course, every Sunday morning we'll be back to win your fantasy week. That's what we do. So until then, for John, I don't know where Jim's at. Probably sleeping. Travis, thanks for jumping on and hanging out with us all night, man. Always
appreciate it.
Always good to have you. And everybody who jumped on with us tonight, thank you for taking a few minutes, jumping on, talking football with us. We appreciate it all. So we'll talk to you all real soon, and have a great night, and best of luck to your teams as always. Peace out.